Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight's game will be Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Every audience member in the studio audience today will receive one complimentary Maya Fey. Please be sure to follow the Maya Fey care instructions in the pamphlet attached. Maya Feys receive their nutrition through burgers and television. And please be warned, if you take your eyes off of them for even a moment, they will be accused of murder. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see once again Extemporaneous was here bright and early with a lurk and a random Transformers check. Onyx Prime, who is bro and why is bro a prime? What?
Don't mind me, was learning how to do Minecraft mods for the first time and I lost track of time. Lily, yay for Maya trial.
Wow, the music was all stuttering on that yay for the Maya trial. But I've actually never done Minecraft mods. Minecraft, I think, was the first game I ever heard about, like, modding for. I modded the heck out of my Skyrim game, but I've never modded Minecraft. But I hope you're having fun. Thank you for the 10 bits, Queen Katie. And yeah, Extemporaneous, as I mentioned before, there were, like, this mythology of the 13 original primes. So there were primes before Optimus Prime. Onyx Prime was like a beast mode one. Depending on the version of him, he might have turned into a bat or been like a centaur guy, but yeah, that's him. And would you rather be able to heal others instantly or heal yourself from any injury or illness? This is a tough one because, I feel like the obvious answer would be to heal others because there's like so much you could do. If you can only heal yourself, that's like one person you affect. If you can heal others, you can heal it. But how many people die every day from like injuries or illness? I would imagine it's probably tens of thousands, maybe even like upwards of 100,000 people every day. You'd be, I would assume you'd have to use that power consciously. You would be resigned to like spending every waking hour of every single day making sure to heal people, otherwise being racked with guilt of missing someone. And plus, like, who knows what that would do to the world to stop like, you know, hundreds of thousands of deaths every single day? Would that plunge like millions into poverty and starvation? And if you did cure someone from like malnutrition, would it just prolong the suffering? So it might just be easier to say myself. And I'm rambling now. I'm gonna load up the game also because the music seems out of sync after it stuttered. Now, we did not save after the dance last time, because we went in and Rafa gave us a little dance and her divination seance, and we decided, I decided that I wouldn't save so that we'd be able to recap and see that at the beginning of this stream. But how you doing, Extemporaneous? And Nora says, I figured out how to lurk in the void, but I didn't do it because I wasn't sure. No, all that means is just being on the page here like before the stream starts. Because then there's just nothing. There's no stream. It's just a void, but people can chat. But how you doing, Nora? Magpie says, caw! Right on time for the opening ceremonies. Honest Magpie flies into the nest. What's up? Oh, that's a cute little, like bird kind of emoji thing. What's the word for that when it's like out of text rather than like a picture? But I like that. Kona Dioda, how you doing? Saying, yo, what's up, Kona Dioda? Beowulf says, hello, lonely man. Says, yo, crap. That means I have to buy a ton of burgers, don't I? Well, that's the thing. That's why you never give someone a present that is like an animal. Like you never give someone out of the blue a goldfish or a dog or a Maya Fey, because you're gifting that person responsibility. So I'm very sorry. It was really my fault. A terrible social misstep, Beowulf. But how you doing? How is everybody? So that we've seen Extemporaneous, Queen Katie, Nora, Magpie, Kona Dieta, Beowulf. How are all of you? Hope your weekend is going well. I was stressed the heck out right before the stream. About 45 minutes ago, a little over 45 minutes ago, I went to check on my cat because it was like thundering outside really loud and she gets scared. And I checked in her usual hiding places and she was like nowhere to be found. And I scoured like every inch, every nook and cranny of my place. I spent like a half hour combing over everything, calling for her, trying to shake treats and things like that. And nothing. And after a half hour to the point where I felt like I was about to have a heart attack, I was panicked so much. She just comes like strolling right up to me out of nowhere. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So let's do the Rafa dance. I suppose I can talk during the Rafa dance, but I hope you all are doing well. It's nothing, Your Benevolence. Now then, Your Benevolence, the divination seance, if you please. Very well. Nana, my robe. Oh, and we also made some enhancements to, what did we decide to call him? Not Judge Udgy, he's Judge, crap, how do you pronounce it? I know Vera wrote it down, but our new judge. So,
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I'm gonna be honest, if I worked in a courthouse and every single, like, murder trial had to have this girl come down and do the same dance, I would be so sick of it. Like, when I'm working my day job and we have to do, like, laser shows with certain, like, oh, wait, what's that? Like, her tattoo on her back. What was that? Looked like an L or something. But yeah, like, we have to do that. Do laser shows set to music. I get so sick of the music. And then I recognize, like, we're having to do this Taylor Swift laser show at the planetarium. And I only know, like, 3 of her songs. And so earlier this week, I'm grocery shopping at Walmart, and there's this song playing over the PA, the whatever, the speakers. And I'm like, crap, why do I know this song? I shouldn't know this song. I don't know this song, but it sounds familiar. It was from that freaking Taylor Swift show. Let's see. Nora says, Logan, in all seriousness, could I actually voice act Athena whenever she's back? I don't know, maybe if maybe I just need to, like, remove Athena. Maybe I should install some mods to remove Athena and replace her with like, Gumshoe from previous games or something. I don't know. Nora said, I lost my Apple Pencil. I was planning on drawing Maya or Rafa during the stream too. Oh yeah, didn't you mention that you were having a hard time with your Apple Pencil last time, or was that somebody else? I'm sorry. See, that's why I use just a mechanical pencil. Konotiata says to extemporaneous, fine, I have crazy diamond. Okay, I'm guessing that's a JoJo reference? Because I actually I don't think I got that far, because that was in the Josuke season, yeah? I'm like 3 episodes into that season, and I got out of the habit of watching. I need to go back and watch, because they usually name everybody after, all the stands after songs, right? Kododia, I read that. Magpie says, you can heal yourself, you can become an eternal organ and blood donor, which I'm pretty sure counts as a Greek torture. Well, it's like Prometheus, who had his liver eaten out by, was it crows or ravens? Every day, and then it would grow back. Okay, so this was the dance. So we see Maya is there, and the high priest looking around, and then he looks in his notes. He's reading that. Maya gets drugged at some point, and the killer appears dressed as Lady Kira. Here's wind. So the wind is maybe some kind of clue. What? Footsteps, incense. Oh, pain. Wait. Wow, his reflexes are awful. So that is what we saw last time. So that's a good recap, because I'd kind of forgotten what most of that was. Other than, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look good for Maya. I'm starting to think that she might be a murderer. The victim's meter has spoken. The divination seance is complete. Great. Another clearly incriminating seance vision. Not clearly. I mean, she's there, but then she's not, and then she's there. I mean, a whole lot of stuff could have happened. I hope by the end of the game we get one where we actually see our client using the murder weapon, like thrusting a knife or a sword or firing a gun or something like that. It could not be any clearer, oh foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira and then attacked the victim. Oh, that's not what young girls are supposed to do. Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light. the scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. Okay, so are these clues? Because we saw that one of the lanterns was smashed up. So is he drawing attention to that, or is he drawing attention to incense? Has incense been mentioned yet? One could almost sense the horror Abbott and me must have felt. Oh. It has to take so long to speak while waiting for his butterfly buddies. The facts as presented by her benevolence are indisputable. But that wasn't me! Do something, Nick! I'm working on it! You know I'm not good at this. You know better than anyone else how bad I am at my job. That couldn't have been any clearer. Looks like I'm in for another uphill battle. The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite. Huh?
Warning that this seance will be harder/longer than case 1, obvious I know. But I looked at the guide and geez, they yap.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was over. Oh, because he used the slashes, they're working. So wow, yeah, I imagine it's gonna be long, but I'm also guessing, because I feel like we usually have a pattern where in these games, the first chapter is just a trial, second chapter we have an investigation and a trial, and then chapter 3 onward, you can have investigation, trial, investigation, trial, investigation, trial, whatever you want. So I'm assuming this won't be the only trial day as well. I am guessing. Maybe I am guessing incorrectly, but that is my assumption. Thank you very much for the 10 bits, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. Let's see. Magpie says, already read that. Nora says, yippee, dance again. Yay. I mean, it's a neat dance. But I think we'll probably get tired of it by the end of the game. We'll be looking for a skip button. Queen Katie said, okay, I'm here for real now. I'm gonna experiment with Minecraft tomorrow, but I'm very excited though. So what kind of mods are you gonna install? Said I was doing Cobblemon, by the way, the Pokemon Minecraft. Oh, so do they like replace all the mods with Pokemon? Not mods, mobs. Queen Katie said, they always love to give you a heart attack. I swear. My cat is like, here, the problem is like, I think normal cats, you don't see the cat for a while, it's like whatever. My cat is like ever present. And so if she's not around, it's surprising. And I figured she was hiding because of the thunder, but I just wanted to check on her and she was just gone. And Beowulf said, just one of many reasons I'm a dog person. I like both dogs and cats, but my cat like poops in a box. Like it's been raining and thundering outside. If I had a dog, I'd have to take the dog outside, walk him, pick up poop. Cat, I don't gotta do that. And Magpie says, E-Jug? Oh, no, wasn't it? It was Yegdudge, because it was, Yegdu, that's what, because it was Udgy backwards. Yegdu, that was the one I preferred. Judge Yegdu. Thank you very much, Honora says E-Dudge. Yeah, because I think you guys voted that, but I overruled it, because democracy. That's how democracy works, right? Because it was in that great pamphlet on how to do democracy, Animal Farm, where the pigs say all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. I'm pretty sure that was just intended as an accurate how-to on democracy, right? The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite. Come to think of it, the rites guide explains the multi-part purification in detail. Oh, so do we need to review that then? Because I don't think we've looked at it since we... Nora, this counts as Maya's diary. So let's review it. So we have the diagram. So we have the priestess, the high priest, the staging area. We got the 4 different lanterns. We got the curtain. There's the entrance to the curtain. There's this other thing over here. So now let's read the instructions. The purification rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. It begins with the transformation rite. The high priest reads the scripture. So I'm guessing that was like the paper that he pulled out and unfolded. If so, he's a fast reader. While a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. Crap, so that means that was when Maya was probably supposed to get changed. Which have been purified with incense. Okay, so he said he smelled incense, so it's probably the correct robes. Next is the rite of water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. So it sounds like we didn't get to that point yet, or that's what it looks like. We might be assuming things. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. And then we have Maya's note. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. It must be nice to be her. Okay, so that didn't seem to help us much. Oh, now the game is reviewing. I should not have done that on my own, apparently. See, Magpie says, if you actually make that mod happen, I'll be very impressed. Actually, wait, a mod to replace a character to replace Athena with... Oh, because Gumshoe doesn't have a 3D model, does he? Oh, crap. Well, we could just have a 2D Gumshoe in a 3D world. Just assume it's like a slight disability that he has. Something? Beowulf says, can I play Herlock? I love Herlock. I miss him. Y'all keep mentioning Herlock Sholmes. Is he like the fan favorite character from the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles or something like that? I'm looking forward to meet him, but I'm worried that he's gonna get overhyped. I hope he's good. Magpie says, I love Rafa's little dance. She's fun. I like her attitude. I like how easily flustered and angry she is. I hope she warms up to Phoenix Rite by the end. And I'm still sticking with my theory that I believe that she is, I don't think we have the Lady Kira impersonator here, but I believe that Rafa is secretly the Lady Kira vigilante, because she's been awfully defensive of her. We still don't know this guy, but I suspect that this strange man here is the escaped criminal. That's a rebel. I hope that when we meet him, like the shaggy faced man, he probably has like a fake name that's called like Natafe Kuname or something like that. The transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. The rite of water. Lady Kira enters the spring and the high priest purifies her along with her dagger. The rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. Indeed. Almost gave her the Maya voice. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. Okay, so that's what it looks like, but whenever we make assumptions like this, they always end up being wrong. But the thing is, Maya's right here. We should be able to ask her, like, how far into the rite did you get? Did you go farther than that? I mean, she said that she felt all sleepy and passed out, but we don't know when exactly that, or... No, I was gonna say the rite could have gone further with someone impersonating Maya by wearing Lady Kira, but as soon as that person showed up, it killed the priest, so maybe not. The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Well, that little pose, she's so full of herself. Well, barbed head, would you care to object? I hope that if we were to get convicted and get executed, that she'd be sad about it. Of course, because I know my client is innocent. Heh, so you say. You truly do not know when you are beaten, do you? I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again. We're in better clothes this time. You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insights yet again? Oh, it would seem lawyers are Pelucanon creatures indeed. I can't believe, look at that Pelucanon. Pelucanon, gotta catch 'em all. Pelucanon. What exactly is a Pelucanon? Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak, except a lot more vulgar than that. They can call me anything they want, except don't call me late for dinner. Ha ha, that's what Miles does. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth. So, Barbed Head, are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth? Well, yeah, I think so. Let me read some more in the chat. Nora says, let me voice act Athena, and I'm never breaking your house again. Have you done so already? And I haven't known. Have you been, what do they call it? Casing the joint. Do I sound hip when I call my place a joint? Casing the joint. Magpie says, eagles! Oh, eagles! The liver was eaten by eagles in Prometheus. That's what it was. I just remember because he was punished because Prometheus gave fire to people, right? And then was as punishment, he was like tied up to a rock. And okay, so it was eagles who would eat his liver every day and then it would grow back. Thank you very much. Nora says, I need voice acting experience, Logan, and I've already figured out a voice for Athena. Ooh, what would the voice be? If you can describe it. Magpie says, fun fact, in the pool of souls on the butterflies and in conversations, they point out that Curenee's butterfly connects at the bottom of the wings. Oh, you've noticed that? They have the loopy things that like go around and connect, which I don't think real butterflies do that, right? However, in some decorative motifs, such as the symbol behind the judge's bench, the Curenee's butterfly appears to connect in front of the wings for no adequately explained reason. Yeah, because here you see the bottom. Huh, I'll have to look when we see the judge again. Thank you very much, Magpie. That's interesting. Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave. Well, to be fair, we're not denying the truth of what she saw. Like, everything she saw did happen. We're just rejecting her interpretation of it, yeah? That shouldn't be blasphemy. That's just maybe heresy? I don't know the difference. Well, no, I kind of do, but it's like, I don't know. Rafer's insight. Oh, okay, so we're getting a cross-examination about the insight. Okay, the victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra with the what?
Rafa's fanfic versus our canon.
No, exactly. That's what it is, because this is basically like if you received a really blurry security camera footage that doesn't show everything, that like half the picture is out, because we're seeing everything from his perspective, so we're not seeing some stuff. And then they say, well, I interpret this to mean this, and if you don't believe me, then you deny that this is real security camera footage. No, that's real. I just don't think that what you think happened didn't happen, especially since he literally like pulled up pages to block the view and then come back. But I'm still guessing it's going to be Prey Zealot, who's going to be the murderer. That's although there's some connection to the escaped prisoner. Because the escaped prisoner came down, and I think Abbott in me was helping him escape. So he like parachuted down using those prayer flag things down the mountain, landed there, and Praise Lot was going to help him escape. But that guy didn't kill the Abbott. It's that the Abbott was killed because he was doing that, or something like that. And a zealous guy might do zealous things. Hey, well, I heard what happened. Okay, I guess I need to read more chat. I thought I was reading up chat. Let me take a sip of water and I'll read some more chat. Nora says to Magpie, that's a long paragraph. Oh, if you think that's long, you should ask friends of mine who I've texted conversations with. Like, ask Clam RM about any, like, written out conversation. I just give walls of text. I love long paragraphs. Mercury says, hello. I can't be active in chat too much. I'm going to play this in the background. Nice, Mercury. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that we're not detracting from your experience as you play this in the background. I hope we're enhancing it. But how are you doing, Mercury? Thank you for being here, even if it's just, like, a little bit. And Magpie says, problem/playful to Nora. Quickity said, literally, it feels like back and forth in this guide. I don't even remember any of this trial. So I don't know any of it because I'm experiencing it the first time. Quickity says, I think I may have erased this case from my mind besides some twists of name. Well, that doesn't bode well. Crap, I gotta keep checking my vent here. Filter port keeps popping shut. I just suddenly noticed it starts getting hot in here. Okay, let's keep going. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused's approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. Okay, they're being very specific about mentioning the incense, but like the instructions said that there's incense. So that's not like bad. Maybe the wind is the bad thing. It's because he said wind, incense, and pain, right? It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. Oh, there's the thing. So she's showing him stagger into the water, and then his blood makes the water red. But Maya said that the water was already red before they got there. If only he had like looked down before he got murdered. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world. That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments. Inner sanctum diagram updated in the court record. Shows where Maya and the high priest were during the rite. Okay, so we can find some contradiction with that. See, this is what we were saying before, and like Magpie was saying, how the butterfly like connects down here, yeah? Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira.
TTS Logan. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down, Logan R8 Mischief.
Oh, that's right, because today on, wasn't one of Extemporace's holidays is Never Give You Up Day or something like that? Thank you, Christopher the TTS. Yeah, because we're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Something's what I'm thinking of. I don't know the words to the whole song. We're never gonna give you up. Did you guys ever see the video of the time that, I think it was during like the Thanksgiving Day parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, that Cartoon Network, they had a Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends float, and they rickrolled the crowd like they were playing like the theme song or something like that. And then it suddenly cut out, and Rick Astley like popped out from a hidden door and started singing. I think that is neat. But thank you very much to the TTS. How you doing, Crystal? Once we get some more background music, I will read some more in the chat. I'm so happy to see a lot of you guys here, especially since, like I said, I was so freaking stressed out in that last half hour before the stream, trying to find where my cat had hidden from the thunder. But she's okay now. It's fine. I gave her a treat, but I was panicked. And because she's an indoor cat, so it's like she couldn't have gone anywhere. But I was like worried, like what if somebody opened the door to like come and go or like get a package, that because I know that my brother had a package that had arrived in the mail today. It was on I don't know. I worry. I'm a worrier. I'm an overthinker. Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer. Yes, it is plain for all to see. No! It wasn't me! Case closed. A sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rite. A very convenient drowsiness. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. Maybe we can see if like she smells like incense. Would the incense smell still be on her a day later? You waste our time with such meaningless statements, accused. You cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine light. Woo! Hey, Nick, how did you end up finding contradictions last time? Oh, crap. I forgot how we did this. This seemed very similar to the Moon Matrix. Okay, so this is, the deceased final memories include all 5 senses. Oh, okay, crap. Yeah, I forgot. I don't remember how we did this. This was a long time ago. Oh, you mean those words that appeared in the pool of souls? Looks to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim. Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. So incense was very strong. Footsteps were less strong. So it means that she was light on her feet, I guess? The sensations themselves are never wrong, only their interpretations. That's what...
Oh, I was gonna say wow. They're repeating this tutorial, but you just proved their thought train. Kudos, devs.
I'm actually kind of glad they are. But okay, because in fairness, like how many weeks ago? It had to have been like at least a month ago that we did this. We did it once. So yes, I am actually grateful for this right now. I am sorry that you all have to be subject to a tutorial second time through, but I appreciate your patience, so thank you very much for the 10 bits. Let me read a few more comments in the chat, though. Bubba says, the benefits of a fenced backyard. How are y'all? Except that doesn't even matter sometimes. I remember, so my brother and his wife, they used to have this tiny little Maltese dog. He was little teeny tiny dog. And this dog was like in love with my brother's wife. Like he followed her around everywhere. Like she was his universe. So one day they were over at her sister's house and asked her to dog sit for the day or something. And her sister had like a fenced front yard. Thought, I'll just put the dog out in the front yard. The problem is that the fence slats were like this big by the gate. And the dog was like this big. And so he just like, he got out because he was in some place he didn't recognize and he decided he wanted to try and get home. But it was like a half-hour drive away, so he didn't know where he was. And we spent like weeks putting up flyers, going door to door, trying to find people to find out where he went. Finally, like weeks later, we found somebody who had found him, thank goodness. But yeah, fenced yard doesn't mean much. Nora said, Logan, what are you yapping about? How dare you? I don't even know what I'm yapping about. Weedall says, nerd, how you doing, Weedall? Quick said, Logan equals game. One word can say about Herlock, dork. That's all you need to know why we love him. I love that. Okay, the problem is, last time we met a kind of a dork, I would call Fulbright a dork. I love Fulbright. I also realized that I spelled his name wrong in the last TikTok video I posted. I thought he had 2 L's in his name. I thought it was just the word full plus the word bright. And that did not end up well. That was cruel of the game. Nora says, headcanon, the strange man is Lady Kira. Well, obviously she's going to be, Lady Kira is going to be unmasked by the end of this. So it could be anybody. I think the vigilante Lady Kira is Rafa, and I think the one that murdered the high priest was Prezelot. That's my guess, currently. I reserve the right to change it when I realize I'm stupid. Let's see, Magpie says, Herlock is the most ADHD man ever to live / affectionate. See, I assume he was supposed to be like Sherlock Holmes. In fact, in the Japanese version, was he just named Sherlock Holmes? And then maybe they changed, although Sherlock Holmes like public domain, so I don't know why they wouldn't do that. But anyway, I love like the eccentric depictions of him because he's a weird guy. I mean, there were times Sherlock Holmes, it'd be like Watson would pop in, it's like, hey Sherlock, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm playing violin while shooting up on cocaine. And Watson's like, oh, Sherlock, oh Holmes, when'll you learn? That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rafa's insights the last time. So there could be
This change was a thing before the public domain, I think. I could check later, I guess.
See, but how is that? Okay, when would Arthur Conan Doyle have had to die? Because isn't it like, it's like 75 years after the person's death? Because like the first Sherlock Holmes book, well actually were they written later? Because I know the first book, A Study in Scarlet, it took place in like the mid 19th century. And yeah, so was Arthur Conan Doyle like later in writing? I'm not sure now. I'm questioning things. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I'll accept that though. I'll believe that. So there could be contradictions between what happened in me felt and her insights, huh? You got it. And I'm gonna find them this time too. Should I check how to point out contradiction? Actually, yes. I'm sorry, game. I can switch between insights with A and D, while I look for inconsistencies between them and the sensations in the vision. Seance visions can be paused with Z. I can even jump to different points in the seance vision, using M and B. I know, so they changed the B and M around so it doesn't seem like bowel movement anymore. When I see an insight that doesn't seem right, I should select R, it. Then all I have to do is point out the sensation that contradicts with the insight. The sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial, in which case I'd better keep an eye on changes in their intensity too. And we also learned, did you guys say that the different color of the text corresponds to the different type of sense it is, whether it's like eyesight, hearing, olfactory, taste, tactile, stuff like that, I think. I'm gonna mess this up. Can I save? Can I save? I gotta save. I'm gonna save. We're gonna stagger our saves. Okay, but huh?
Hello, gang. I overslept. I had a dream that Maya Faye kept saying drowning in it, and it was in the Maya voice. It kept repeating and it confused me into waking up.
Wait. First of all, don't worry about being late. You're like a half hour late, which is nothing in Logan time. We've done very, very little. But how you doing, Vero? Thank you for the 10 bits. And so she was saying, drowning in it. Oh, I'm Maya Faye. I'm British Maya Faye. Drowning in it. Hang on. Drowning in it. I wonder if I can scroll down far enough to pin that. Darn it, I can't scroll down far enough to pin it without refreshing the chat. But once I get down there, I'm gonna pin that message. I'm gonna pin that, and just every now and then we're just gonna say, drowning in it. But how you doing, Vero? So good to see you. Bubba says, or his name will be, wait, oh crap, I gotta pay attention to the game. Or his name will be, Innocent. There we go. Oh, there's the pin message. Drowning in
TTS mods are great. Puzzles being late is nothing. Logan was once 2 hours late. Jay.
Oh yeah, what was it a full 2 hours? I've been very late, like with technical problems. Tonight I was right on time, which means only 10 minutes late. But thank you very much for the TTS Crystal. I appreciate that. See, Beowulf's, I read that Beowulf Nora says, I keep on forgetting this guy is True C's father. It was his adopted father. Her real father is not with us anymore. And that's, I think kind of somewhat, is it fair to say that's it's like a little bit Phoenix Wright's fault? A little bit. I think. I mean, he's not the one who murdered him, but I think that if he had made different choices, that maybe he'd be still alive. Oh, Rat! Holy cow! Rat says, hi, everybody. Hello, Logan in the future. Rat, I don't know how long ago. Rat, are you still here? Vero, can you do a shout out for Rat, please? Rat, and I gotta check my vent. I think it's closing again. It's getting so hot in here. The air like blows my vent shut, and I roast in here.
Yes.
Planet Crafter. I always get so happy seeing the giant ears on your VTuber avatar. You know, Rat, I was actually just thinking like a couple of days ago.
Chucky laughed so hard he shit his pants.
What?
I was actually just thinking a couple of days ago, I was like, ah, man, I haven't seen a Rat stream in a while. I should like pay attention and to notifications and try and catch one. And then like a day later, I saw that there was apparently a notification stored on my phone that you had gone live at like 2 a.m. or something. And
Well, if it ain't that guy I watch, how the HC carry ya?
wow, if it ain't that guy who watches me, Jorge, how the heck are you? Or the HCK are you? Jorge, wait. So I don't think you work today, right? Are you able to actually like hang out with us for a while, or are you at, crap, I can't remember if you work Sundays or not. Are you able to hang out, or are you on break at work? But Jorge, thank you for the 10 bits. How is your weekend going? Sorry, but Rat, like I was saying, I think I just saw I saw there was a notification on my phone. I don't know if that's actually when you went online or just when my phone received it, but I was like, wow, so last night in the middle of the night, there was a stream, huh?
No work. Full hangout.
Hey!
Full send. I'm here to stay.
Awesome! I'm so happy to hear that, Jorge! I'm so happy to see all you guys. On days off, like yesterday, I do fun stuff. I did an improv show, all that. I've been able to go back to the gym the last 3 weeks. Fine, it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. I got the clearance from after the physical therapist, so I'm like getting back in shape, and that's good. But like, I miss you guys, and I feel bad. And I know I didn't even have a chance to really do anything on the Discord yesterday. So I hope that was fun for y'all. But thank you so much for the 10 bits, Jorge, and for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, I should actually pay attention to the game. So we need to check this insight here. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading the sutra. Okay, so I think it looks like he did that. And then he looks over at Maya. There's reading the sutra. Okay. Oh, and do we need to move forward? As the first part of the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. That's that. Suddenly, wind. Incense, footsteps, pain. Okay. He heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed till finally he passed from our world. Okay, so let's check the lanterns. Maybe he like turned in a different direction while he had the sutra up. Because the lantern is there. Then he pulls the thing up. Yeah, look, see, he like turned. He was turning. And no, the lantern is still there. Okay, so wind is green. Footsteps, incense, and the incense gets bigger, which makes sense because crap, what is so what's the wrong? Oh, maybe it's that the footsteps weren't approaching. They just kind of were staying there. So let's try that. So once footsteps appear, let's try it on footsteps. Because the incense gets bigger, so she gets closer, but the footsteps don't. So I'm getting ready to pause as soon as we see like footsteps and she's approaching. Let's try that. Okay, I gotta make my timing good. So wind. And see, footsteps are staying small. See, incense gets bigger, but footsteps don't. Crap, did it disappear? Let's try selecting. Footsteps, yes, the site, present.
Objection!
Crap, I have the hit point meter, I might die. Crap! Your benevolence isn't this statement inconsistent with the vision? Inconsistent? I think not. Exactly! That's where the inconsistency lies. No, I believe it is in the defense's thought process that the inconsistency lies. Darn it! Arg! Guess there wasn't an inconsistency there after all. Okay, we're gonna reload like this. Scummy save scummers that scum their saves. Wow. See, Gallop says, oh, Lurk. Hey, Gallop, how are you doing? Thank you for the Lurk. Okay, hang on. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading the sutra. As the first part of the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense. Oh, is it because there was wind and so he shouldn't have been able to smell the incense? Yeah, let's try that. We'll try pausing on the wind. Yeah, because we see, it looks like it's even flickering with the... Do we need to have this text right? Oh, let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, because it says sound. I think it didn't say sound on the footsteps. I probably had it wrong. So let's try that again. Let's unpause and make sure that I got the footsteps this time. Say unpause, there, play. And we're gonna try this one more time. If this is wrong, we'll try the wind. Okay, footsteps, and it's not approaching, you see? Sound, there we go, present.
Objection!
Wait, so I was right. So it's just it was because the word was starting to fade. Boo worms. I don't approve of that. The victim supposedly heard the accused's approaching footsteps. But did he really? What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear? No, it's not. Because there is something strange about those footsteps. Strange? Explain yourself, bobbed head! The footsteps are strange because the timing doesn't make sense. They don't get louder. Huh. Maybe the person was light on his or her feet. They're not getting any louder. Why exactly does that matter? Because focus your attention on the incense the victim smelled. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. If the accused really had approached the victim. Oh, so we're saying the footsteps were his own, that he was approaching Lady Kira. The sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of the incense grew stronger. Oh, and sorry, that was a fart. Why, that makes perfect sense. Get it? Sense? You're talking about the sense of hearing? No. Oh, back to judging. How can this be explained, your benevolence? Well, there must be a reason. What? Our faith is shaken. We're going to... What? It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn. What does that even mean? He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure. Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your benevolence, perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's mitama. Okay, so we survived that. Let me read some more in the chat. Let's see, Bumble says, oh no, as Nora said, remember, I was in your house Thursday. You left your vents open. Oh, I forgot about that. Bumble says, Streamlabs down. Hang on, let me check and see if Streamlabs is down. I will check. Thank you very much, Bumble. I'm checking now. Load up Streamlabs. Sorry, this will take just a quick second because I got to check the bot. Okay. It's logging in. Okay, check the bot. Oh, it is down. How did that happen? Okay, there. Try it now. Somebody try like a command and see if Streamlabs works now. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier. I didn't know that it had gone down. I'm sorry. Oh, and Queen Katie with a clip. Let's load up this clip in the clip viewer so we can all watch it on the stream together and see what this clip is. You guys know the drill. First clip of the night always takes just a little bit longer to load up than subsequent clips will. This clip is titled...
We good, Logan.
Awesome! Thank you so much, and thank you, Bumbo, for letting me know. I'm sorry I didn't realize that already, but I really appreciate that, and thank you so much, Queen Katie, for the 10 bits. You see, guys, you're all like tag teaming. You're doing great. It's awesome. But yeah, this clip is titled "Gotta Catch Them All," I guess. Well, I can't even remember. Was it this game, or was it in Persona, where we suddenly had like a "Gotta Catch 'Em All" reference? I can't even remember things anymore. I think it was this game. This is the game that has the weird puns. Oh, it would seem lawyers are Pelucanon creatures indeed. I can't believe it. Look at that Pelucanon. Pelucanon. Gotta catch 'em all. Pelucanon. What exactly Gotta catch 'em all. Pelucanon. Pelucanon. Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak. So to speak. A lot more vulgar than that. They can call me anything they want, except don't call me late for dinner. Ha ha! That's what Miles does. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth. So that's a twofer. We got 2 jokes in there. Thank you very much for the clip. And now I can see that was 26 minutes ago, so that's how far behind I am in the chat. My apologies. And Rat says to Nora, sus indeed. Nora said, oh, by the way, I just remember, I saw a game, like this randomly showed up on my social media feed. It was a clip from a game. It looked like an Among Us type game, but Like the characters, like they had like guns. So instead of like having to just like go up and press a button and it kills, like you could like be actually shooting at and chasing people when you're the imposter. And it was like a 3D game. And I wish I checked it. It looked a lot of fun. Looked like a lot of fun. Nora said, it's kind of like yours, but actually sounds like it's coming from ... Well, a female. Oh, yeah, that is fair. My voices really don't sound genuinely female. And Bobo says, yeah, definitely down. I'm sorry, Bumbo. Gallop said it might be Stream Elements or Nightbit. I got it figured out. But again, sorry. Magpie says to Nora, if you're looking for VA experience, I know Skywind, the Morrowind mod for Skyrim, was looking for voice actors. Oh, that's neat. There's a Morrowind mod for Skyrim. Is it trying to like recreate Morrowind in the Skyrim engine or something? I've never played any other Elder Scrolls games besides Skyrim. And I want to look forward to the next Elder Scrolls game, but I'm worried what was the last one that Bethesda did? Starfield wasn't particularly well received, and so that makes me worried. Let's keep playing the game now for a little bit. Perhaps you must listen more carefully to the Abbot's Mitama. Listen more carefully? What's he talking about? Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation. Wait, we can do that? Refine the sensation? I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my connection with the Mitama. I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before? By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered. Okay, so now we're gonna see an edited, so this is kind of like when you do a cross-examination and they add a new statement. This is like editing the thing, yeah. Oh, blessed Mitama, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call. Incense, footsteps. So will what we see get more clear? Oh, bells, bells. So they were not footsteps. Footsteps changed to bells? What could this mean? Well, he always, so it's the Abbot then, because he always wore like bells around his ankles. That was one of the things they described about him, yeah? Bells? But the only bells at the scene of the crime were ... Ah, that jingling must have come from Abbot Inme's bells. Yeah. Hey, it's always funny whenever I see him, I walk up to him and I kick him down there by his ankles and I go, ha ha, I just kicked you in the bells. Yeah, you get it. You get it right, Nick. You get it. You get what I'm saying. Kick him in the bells. You mean those big things he had on his ankles? Well, there you have it. The sound of bells was from the High Priest's own footsteps. Then that means... Ha! If the footsteps belong to the victim himself, it means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from what her benevolence's insight would have us believe. I actually feel a little bit bad for her, to be totally honest. I mean, she is trying her best. She's kind of obnoxious, but she is trying. Inner sanctum diagram updated in the court record shows where Maya and the High Priest were during the rite. But why would the victim have approached the accused? Maybe he was trying to defend himself? Please explain. Well, he could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked. Why is she in front of the counter? Shouldn't she be on the stand? Still your voices! This is nothing but a theory! A game theory! Did I do the Matt Pat face right? Did I do that right? And a poor one at that. Hey, Matt Pat was great, Rafa. But be not led astray by this lawyer's obvious postulation. While his insolence is inexcusable, I would ask that you calm yourself, your benevolence. Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Sadmati? I am in love with you. Even if it was Abbot Inme who moved, it does not negate the accused's crime. What you mean? The accused was likely waiting for the High Priest to approach. And as he neared, she plunged the dagger into him. It's as simple as that. I mean, Phoenix Wright should have seen this coming when he tried to say maybe it was self-defense. If I was the lawyer, I would have said, well, maybe he attacked Lady Kira and Lady Kira was acting in self-defense. Oh, right. It really doesn't change much, does it? Sorry, Maya, I'm bad at this. Yes, it is as the prosecutor said. In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well. Right, and that's why you were so shocked when you first heard it. Understand now, lawyer, that contradiction you conjured up has come to naught. Once I hone my insights, it will vanish like the dying rays of the sun. Insight revised. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. Is this one changed? No, that looks the same. Okay. See, the fact that it was Abbott in me who moved changes nothing. Come on, Phoenix, you gotta keep your cool. That contradiction I pointed out must mean something. That one sensation changed after Princess Rafa refined her vision. It stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of the refinement. I should focus on any sensations that have changed while searching for more contradictions between them and her insights. Okay, so it looks like we're doing this again. Let's save before doing this. Give me my save button down here. Thank you very much, game, because I am bad at this. And I'll read a few more comments in the chat. Nora says, is anyone else not able to use channel points? Yeah, it's because Streamlabs was down. I'm sorry. Said, ooh, I might have to look into that. Bubba says, common bug, you'll need to close and reopen the stream. Nora, thumbs up. There was the hoppin'. Bubba's, oh! Thank you, Weedle, for demonstrating that points are working now. That was an object lesson to teach us all. Educational. Thank you, Weedle. See, Bubba says, oh, Quickity says, lol. Bubba says, quote, huh? Sound alert's not working. Sound alerts work, not commands. Magpie says, same. Logan, when role-playing, it's like, quote, I hope you like reading novels, homie. Mercury says, it's actually, speaking of novels, we were talking about Skyrim earlier. Am I the only person in the world who didn't read all the books he got in Skyrim? So many of the books, I was collecting them. But I, for some reason, had no real desire to read, like, however many billions of volumes of the lusty Argonian maid. Mercury said, it's good. This is this spiritualist DLC? I don't think this is DLC. I would assume that the Apollo Justice collection comes with any DLC the game has. I think. Bubba says, TTS, testing. Will the Logan Robo-bot respond saying, nope. Sorry, Bumbo. Oh, no, that's the VIP. Galp said, I use Stream Elements for my bot for lurk commands, and it works for me. Bubba says, okay, it's not a thing where bots are not working here. And Rat said, good bot. Okay. Let me have a sip of water, and we're gonna play again. I'm glad that the commands, I think, are working now, so you guys should be able to do quotes, lurks, whatever you want. So we gotta pay attention to the changed sensations, he said. So the victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. That all looks accurate. As the first part, the transformation rite, ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his lifeblood spilled over, his vision dimmed. So yeah, that is the broken one because we see the wind like making the flames flicker, right? So there's incense bell. Oh, water! Why was water? Oh! He heard water. So he was the other direction. So Lady Kira, so like I said, he turned while he was reading the sutra. So this is looking in front of him. So that's like by the entrance. But the lantern looked broken. Hang on. I gotta look at the court record real quick. Where's the diagram? Where's the diagram that we have? Diagram. So this is the broken lantern. So here's what I'm thinking. He's looking at Maya down here. He pulls up the paper to read the sutra. As he's reading the sutra, he turns around so he's facing the spring, pulls the paper down, and Lady Kira is right there. So that's why when he rushes in, there's footprints of water, but there's wind blowing through this lantern though, but this lantern is not broken. But I'm not gonna draw attention to that. We're just gonna, we'll just let lies that help us. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so then, but we gotta get, try to fight her off. Oh, there we go, by the broken lantern. So this is gonna be it again. So we need to pause when water appears. And bells. Water, there we go. All right, I think we saved, so we should be able to select water. Sound of water.
Objection!
I think we got it. Huh. Hold it! How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it was supposed to be? That's easy. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbot Inmi would have adhered to them. So it's not the transformation rite. So if we check the instructions again, it's divided up into 3 parts, right? Transformation rite is high priest reads the scripture while priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira, which have been purified with incense. The rite of water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. So he's in the water, but we saw Maya and she wasn't dressed as Lady Kira. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. So maybe that's what's going on. So maybe we're already at this point and he's standing in the water because, why not ask Maya? Maya, like, well, she got drowsy. Maybe she didn't fall asleep, but just did all the stuff when she was sleepy and can't remember. She forgot. But okay, so maybe this is later on. This is the rite of fire. We've already done all the stuff, already done the rite of water. So she went in there dressed as Lady Kira, was purified, took off the robe, stepped out. Because this doesn't say that the rite of fire has to be performed in the robe, the Lady Kira robe. So she was probably out over by the lanterns because she was about to like circle the lanterns. And then he turns around and there's her. Does that make sense? Let's keep going. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbot Inmi would have adhered to them. Well, that's strange. Mr. Rite, would you care to explain just what is so strange? Life, Your Honor. Life is just so strange. You've made video games called that. Yes, I would ask you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. The sound of bells changed to the sound of water at one point. What's this? It's simple. The victim must have stepped in some water. Oh? Yes. And the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. Or inside our bodies, we're like 70% water. You could have stepped in a Maya. Just saying. Let me read some more in the chat. Where did I leave off? There's TTS read by Crystal. Bubba says, yeah, good bot. Galp says, test, lurking. Bubba says, only those commands are not working. Nora said, I'm actively looking into that Skywind thing right now. And Rat, wait, Rat, what are those dancing emotes? It looks like Tron for some reason. Is that a Tron character dancing? Which character would that be? Is that Tron himself? Because it's got, Tron, he had like the blue lines, right? I think? Magpie said, I was chronically online during the peak of Rickroll, so I know all the words. Nora said, speaking of Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers is shutting it down. Okay, I've heard that rumor for a while, but I've also heard that there's that like animation union activist group that has been exaggerating and saying like, oh, they're shutting it down when it just kind of sounds like they might be doing cuts. So I don't know what is happening with them. I think it's more likely that they might shut down Cartoon Network Studios for like creating new original content, because they already shut down that building, which was sad because but the building already looks so boring compared to what it used to. Same with like Nickelodeon Studios buildings. Anyway, point is, I don't know. Bumba says, what? Quickity said, I'm a veteran of the Rickroll days, and yet sometimes I do in fact still fall for it. Well, the thing is, like, back when you were younger and that happened, like, it was always on your mind. Any link, this could be a Rickroll. Nowadays, we kind of have forgotten about it, huh?
The only thing I know for a fact happened with Cartoon Network is this. The site is gone, and it redirects to Max now. Like the entire Cartoon Network site is just gone.
And I think that's just because of the streaming contract that they have with HBO Max. I assume, because I think they're like transferring their streaming library over to that. Because the website, like the only thing people really used it for were like a few old games. I don't even know if those were still up after Flash started being supported. They'd have a schedule and like streaming, right? So maybe it's that. Plus, I was thinking about this. Is it just me, or do websites seem kind of passé now? When was the last time you just went to someone's website rather than going to that person's like social media page? Maybe it's just me, but I feel like whenever I'm looking up for information about someone, I hardly ever go to that person's website unless it's like you have to download something from the website. Like it's a game demo website and you got to download the demo from their site. Or like, unless it's a site you download stuff from, if it's just for information's sake, I just go to their social media, right? I think. But I know Warner Brothers, I don't know, but I've heard Warner Brothers been having like a lot of financial issues lately. I mean, you look at that with the way that they're canceling movies as tax write-offs. I didn't mind so much when I heard they canceled the Batgirl movie, because I'm going to be honest, as an old-timey Batman fan, that didn't sound very good. But the like Coyote versus Acme sounded like that might have been fun. Maybe. Let's see, gotta read some more. Magpie has a fun fact. One of the dancers for Rick Astley's song had no idea what the choreography was, so the camera tactfully avoids her for most of the video. I remember seeing a video ages ago. I think I might have talked about that. There was like an interview with Rick Astley talking about the making of that music video. And there was like so much interesting trivia, but I don't remember anything about it. And Nora says, yup. Magpie says, what, WTF? Shutting down Cartoon Network, that's so sad. Nora says they shut down RT in May. RT, what is RT? It's not Rotten Tomatoes, because that's still up. They're now shutting down CN. RT. Oh, Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth, yeah, but didn't Ruby get purchased by somebody else? Something like that? I think they might be trying to consolidate. What do I know, though? Obviously, though, I just kind of feel like I don't have any say on it. I'm also probably not like the most like common viewer of it, because like whenever I see people talk about Cartoon Network, they complain about stuff like, oh, all they do is show like reruns of Teen Titans Go and crap like that. Like I loved Teen Titans Go. Is that show still on? I need to binge new episodes if it is. I also love the old Teen Titans cartoons, so please don't judge me. Yes, and the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. Huh! And therein lies the contradiction. What contradiction? I believe the Rite started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But we now know that the victim then moved into the spring. Palunka! That is absurd! This means the accused's location differs from what her benevolence's insight indicates. Oh, why do I keep farting? Because that's what that wind is. I know in the anime that his shouting does that, but she's like the only one that we're seeing those actual effects in the game. Then, where do you propose the accused stood once she donned Lady Kira's robes? Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya was standing here. Well, not Maya, that wasn't Maya. Don't say this, Phoenix. Don't say that Maya stood there with a knife. Say that Maya, okay. Because, yeah, Maya stayed over here. Somebody addressed as Lady Kira was up here, and he turned it around. Okay, we're gonna save Phoenix. Why you being dumb? Do not refer to your client as the murderer. Why are you doing this? Okay, a victim's footsteps. I believe Maya was. I'm gonna assume we're not talking about Maya. We're talking about the murderer. And let's say spring. Until this moment, we've all just assumed that Abbott, Inmee, and Ms. Faye were standing where they were supposed to be, as shown in this Rite's guide. In short, the victim should have been standing with his back to the spring and the accused in front. However, if that is how they were really standing, he couldn't have stepped into the spring as he approached her. Sorry, the music was stuttering. The problem is the victim did step into the spring. But would Maya have been in the spring? Because like she said, when they got up there, the spring was all red. So maybe they were having like to wait to wash out the red or something. This can only mean that Miss Faye had actually been standing in the water, but that means she's the murderer, Phoenix. Why? But if this is true, then their positions would have been completely reversed. Inner sanctum diagram, updated again. Maybe it's right this time, maybe it's wrong. I don't know, I'm just a killer whale reminiscing about the past to my grandson. What is going on here, Miss Faye? Were you really standing in the spring? Yeah, why are we asking her? I'm sorry, but I barely remember anything about the ride. Not because of the sleepiness, but Nick, since you've been gone, I've developed one wicked drinking problem. Yeah, I'm drunk right now. The High Priest would never make such an obvious blunder during a rite. What on earth? Is that even possible? She has her own That's Enough bubble. I was just checking to see if my vent is open. It's open, but it's getting hot in here. I think the AC got turned off. Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights. Let me read some more comments in the chat. Crystal says, hey, Logan, what do you oh, here we go. It's gonna be a joke. What do you think a house wears? Is it gonna be like a warehouse? No, because that doesn't make sense. A house, what does a house wear? Could be house pants instead of house plants. Trousers, shirt, clothes, suit. I want to say like something about a warehouse. I give up. Quick Eddie said, oh yeah, good news. In my Nuzlocke today, no more deaths. I did get lost in maze-like sewers. Well, hopefully that helped like get more experience and nobody died. Crystal says, address. Your address. The house wears address. I should have thought of that because there's even an old They Might Be Giants song called The World's Address. That's like, it's double meaning for like the address of the world, but also the world is a dress. There we go. Magpie says, why was my instinctive answer house pants when house shoes actually are a thing? Gallop says, I don't know what bot is using, Lurk. Bubba says, pretty sure we use Streamlabs. Okay, let me have a sip of water. And we'll get back in the game. Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights. It doesn't? I was hoping it did. Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what? So what? This completely reverses their positions. Is what? That the positions differed from...
Back, my sister brought home some coconuts.
Ooh.
I've been drinking the water and consuming the flesh of it. Had to use the butcher knife to get into it, but so worth it.
Okay, is it good? Because I don't think I've tried actual like fresh coconut milk and coconut like flesh, I guess if we want to call it, since I was little. And when I was little, I don't think I liked it. But there's some things that I remember thinking I didn't like when I was a kid that I like now, like fresh pineapple. But also every now and then I'll be like, maybe I've got a taste for such and such, and I'll try it again and realize it's still awful. I think I've done that before with candy corn and realized, no, that is still disgusting. Can I have a little bit, Jorge? Can I try some? To see if I like it? Thank you for the bits. Also, hang on, the vent got blown shut again. I need to figure out a way to keep this open. Hang on, I'm gonna try and take my pencil I was showing you guys before and wedge it into the vent. Hang on. There, let's see if that keeps it open. That their positions differed from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change? It certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime. I guess you have a point there. You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster.
I'll save you half. If you don't like slimy textures, then maybe you won't like it, but I'll eat what you don't want.
I hadn't thought about the texture. Because I feel like anytime that I have pineapple, it's always like shredded stuff that you put on, like sprinkle on cakes and stuff. And that's always like super, super dry. But I always like the taste of pineapple, like a pina colada flavoring. I always love to go to Jamba Juice, and even though it's not on the menu, they can still make a pina colada smoothie if you ask for it. I always like that. Toss a banana in there. It's amazing. But thank you so much, Jorge. You're very generous. I will try to pick that up the next time I'm in the Pacific Northwest, which, based on recent experience, may be at least a decade or two in the future, depending on compared to how often I get up there. But thank you very much, Jorge. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 10 bits. You're a generous man, a gentleman, and a scholar. Ark! Sounds like Princess Rafa has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about. That's right, I've been here a few years. Totally believe the propaganda. Nick, you are scum. Oh, Maya, where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? I might actually have confidence. Is this contradiction really meaningless? But something really doesn't feel right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? No, I think what it is that, like I said, he turned around while the suture was up. In fact, you could even see in the inside while he was pulling it up, like things were kind of moving. So he was like turning. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. Insight revised. Is that all this trial is going to be, is dealing with this one insight? Is she going to be our only witness? So he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the poolside lantern. Okay. As lifeblood dib. Now the contradiction is no more. But the truth of the matter still stands, no matter how stubbornly you deny it. What do you have to say for yourself now, Mr. Rite? Yak! Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection.
Don't worry, you're halfway in this part. Smiley face, ooh.
Smiley face, ooh. When you say halfway in this part, you mean like halfway through dealing with the insight, the divination seance? Or halfway through the trial? Because if we're halfway through the trial, we're like an hour and 11 minutes into the stream. We could get back to the investigation by the end of the stream tonight if we're halfway through. Oh, prediction is beginning. What does this prediction say? True test for the believers. 1.
Sinith, we're def not half into the trial, lol.
Oh, darn it. I got my hopes up. So it's an hour into the seance? Thank you for the 10 bits and for the reality check. Okay, so the prediction is test for the true test for the believers. He will finish the seance, or a whole stream is the seance. Well, let's find out together. Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection, but her benevolence's insides have no further inadequacies of any kind. Yes, so it would seem. Ha! Wait a second, but there is another contradiction. Still you flounder about, wretched beast. Though you rack that putrid brain of yours, nothing worthwhile will come of it. Maya, please tell me you remember something that might help us out here. Nope. Sorry, I don't really remember a thing. But now that the place I was standing in has changed, who knows? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, maybe I killed him. I was drowsy. I do a lot of crazy crap when I'm drowsy. I've killed a bunch of other people. It's just the first time I've been caught. That alone may cause a new discrepancy with Princess Maya's Rafus. I'm not a princess. Princess Rafa's insights. I could be a princess. I think I'm related to her because I can channel spirits. That's right. We now know that Maya was standing in the spring. A major change like that could very well produce a contradiction. I should take another look at the inner sanctum diagram of the court record and confirm where Maya and Abbott Inme were standing, and then focus on finding any discrepancies between their positions and the insights. Okay, we gotta save. We gotta save again. But we're doing pretty good. Halfway through a seance. Sounds great to me. Let's see. Oh, crap. Where did I leave off in the chat? Magpie says, to be fair, they're also teaching you the importance of the relative size of the sensations, which wasn't an issue in the previous case. Yeah, so we're learning new stuff. Quick Katie said, no, never suggest putting a small dog in the yard with that kind of fence. This is a recipe for sure. I know, it's just like, it was awful. It was a nightmare couple of weeks. Nora says to Magpie, I'm actively looking at Skywind thing, but it might be difficult because most games like that need adult voices. Now Skyrim has all the potato-faced children in it, so you never know. Magpie said, oh, you know what's funny about it? I found out that apparently in the Skyrim game files, like it is such a mess that apparently when they were like and actually I don't know if this is game files or this is just like where this is from, but apparently when they were recording lines in Skyrim, they didn't know who was going to be doing what lines for a lot of those miscellaneous NPCs, so they had every single actor come in and do every single, like, unnamed NPC line, including the two children that did all of the little kid voices. And so that means that they were doing lines for bandits, like, I'm gonna murder you, and oh, I'm dying, and crap like that. Even though the kids, like, in the game are flagged so they cannot die. But so those assets exist. Because Bethesda. Magpie says, yeah, that's probably true, lol. Why I need Logan to let me voice Athena, says Nora. I am not too far away from her age. Only some years. Well, to be fair, all of us are some years away from people's ages. And Magpie says, yes, in the Japanese version, he was just Sherlock Holmes, but in America, he wasn't public domain yet. And when the first game came to America, the Conan Doyle estate still owned the name. That has since changed. Okay. It just boggles my mind that it could be like not public domain for so long, but I'm glad it's changed. Rat says, Sherlock, you coke snootin' coke shooting scamp. He could be shooting coke or snooting coke. He could be snooting and shooting at the same time. But he is a scamp rat. Okay, let's try this again. The seance again. So the victim commenced purification rite by bowing to the lanterns, reading the sutra. So when we look over about the other lantern, that one doesn't look broken. That's bad. That is bad. That would place her in the pool. At the first part, the transformation rite ended. He lowered the sutra. See, I think this is where he's turning. And suddenly, but look at that. Okay, the wind is because that's the broken one, right? So yeah, we gotta rewind. So we're gonna show the wind. Rewind. There we go. And so we're gonna pause when we see the wind, and that's gonna be the contradiction, yeah? I think we did just save, so let's select. Wait, do we do the sight that we see the lantern? Or the sound of the wind? Which do we click on? I think it's the sight, right? The fact that, can we click on things that aren't like sounds and smells and things? Let's finish playing it first, actually, just in case that anything else has changed. Okay. Why? Nora, thank you for the Tomcat. I'll check the chat in just a minute. Thank you, I appreciate that, but let me watch the rest of this first. Let it loop around. Incense, bells, water, pain. Okay, so it's gotta be the wind. The wind is the only thing we haven't done anything with, but it's because we see the broken lantern. And the broken lantern should be facing the other direction, which would mean that Abbott and me was already standing in the water. So we're gonna have to keep updating the diagram, because look, we bow there, that lantern is not broken. We bow there, that lantern is not broken, meaning Abbott in me is in. Oh, so maybe what happened was he not only turned around, but he walked over to her. So that's what this is. Hang on. So what it is we take a look in Maya's diary. This is not the transformation rite. This is the rite of water in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira. The high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. But why isn't she wearing the robes if she's in the water? Let's keep going and pause it at the wind again. Then I will, because there is a Tomcat, I'll read some more in the chat. See, because we can see that's the broken one, because you see the wind like blowing through it. Oh, crap. No, rewind. I unpaused. I didn't mean to unpause. Now unpause. Get it to when we see it. I am not good at this. See, that's broken. That is broken. Let's see. Magpie says, hilariously, Sherlock Holmes is what the name for definitely not Sherlock Holmes was for the book Arsène Lupin, which featured a somewhat bumbling detective. I love the idea of the two of them having a crossover, you know? The world's greatest detective with the gentleman thief. Rat says, published in 1887. Okay, so I guess maybe if like Arthur Conan Doyle lived a long time after that, and then died, and if you have like 75 years after the death, is that how it works? Magpie says, Arsène Lupin himself was, of course, a gentleman thief, outsmarting the detective at every turn. Quick said, there's another character besides Sherlock Holmes and Arsène Lupin. There's another one that was like from that same period of books, but he wasn't like, I don't think he was a gentleman thief, but he was like a scoundrel type of a character. But I can't. I need to look up his name. Quick said, one statement is that, the estate still had copyright for most of the stuff and was like, no one could be nice and cool, so Sherlock Holmes was born, lol, I think was the case. Okay, well, let's try this now. Oh, no, crap, why do I keep unpausing? I want to click on the thing, I don't want to unpause. I want to select. I hate that I have to like, press R to select. And then yes, that sight that we see that is a broken lantern.
Objection!
Crap, the music is still playing. We got it wrong, didn't we? Crap. Your benevolence is this statement inconsistent with the vision. Okay, we're gonna reload and we're gonna try the wind instead. Exactly, this is the same dialogue as before. We don't need to see this. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Let's try clicking on wind instead. So we gotta go M, and pause, and try selecting the wind. Although the problem isn't that we're hearing wind. Wind is fine. The problem is that it's going through the lantern, right?
Objection!
No! Okay, we gotta rethink everything.
How crazy would it be if you go to a courthouse to pay a parking ticket or something and next thing you know you hear hold IT throughout the building and hear talk about psyche locks and ghost possessions.
Wait, so are we saying that we hear that just in the next one over? Or, here's the other thing too, like, just because Phoenix Wright in every single case is always defending people falsely accused of murder, I mean, I don't think there are lawyers who only do murder cases. Like, he should do other cases as well, right? Like, if you have some parking tickets that you want to dispute, could you hire him as a public defender? And would it be just as dramatic with all the objection, hold it, and like ghost summoning and stuff like that for all the wimpy little stuff? I think that I choose to believe that is what happens. But thank you, Jorge. But yeah, even that, if you just hear it going on, and the fact that everyone's like, oh yeah, Rite is here today. Time for ghosts. And we're gonna talk to parrots and killer whales and things like that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Okay, so I need to pay attention. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns. There we go, bowing to a lantern. Going there, bowing to a lantern, and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. I still don't think this is necessarily a transformation. See, she like went off to the side, so he's turning. Suddenly, he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the spring side lantern. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. We believe this is when he was stabbed. Bells, water, pain? Okay, he said we should look at the diagram again in the court record. So let's check it out. So what I was saying is that this was the broken lantern down here, which means that Maya was over here, and he was looking... Wait, no, he turned away from it. So Maya is here. But he turned it, but I already tried clicking the broken lantern. Oh, maybe it's that I have to be on the right statement. And so yes, that's probably what it is. I am dumb. So what it is I have to go fight her off by the spring side lantern. So here, that's where it's, now I gotta rewind. Gotta unpause and rewind. Why won't it let me rewind? Let's just, okay, fast forward. Come on. And so I think it's not only that I have to click that site, but I have to click that contradicts the statement. Okay. Fast forward. And there it is. And now we click it. There we go. Site.
Objection!
Oh, finally. So I had the right thing, but I just did not know how to communicate it properly. Your benevolence, I found a new contradiction. You did? Oh, no doubt it is but another of your vile attempts to slander my insights. Nope. Take a good look at what the victim saw. It just might change your mind. The lantern flame behind the accused was flickering. There is nothing unusual about that, especially as the wind had stirred. No, that's where you're wrong. If the accused had been standing in the spring, then what you see here should be one of the lanterns flanking the statue. I fail to see your point. Why is everyone so slow? My point is something wrong here. I'm gonna read some chat, because we're gonna have a long, slow explanation of this, apparently. Ha! Quickity said, law puzzle what? Bumble says, your puzzle. Rat says to Vera, good morning, puzzle. Quickity said, your dream was screaming at you. Come to down to the trial. Yeah. Drowning, isn't it? Drowning, isn't it? Tuesday. Always drown on Tuesday, isn't it? You got a license for that drowning, isn't it? Let's see. Quick Kitty says, oh, and there's the drowning in, and I can go ahead and pin that again, just for funsies. Quick Kitty said, don't worry though, you're not late, Vero. We just started the seance. Bubba says to Vero, sorry for saying this is the moment you got, up. Streamlabs is down. Vera said, here you go. And then Krista with a TTS. Vera says, rat! Crystal laughing. Rat said, laughing. Logan, Vero is literally your mod who can pin stuff. I know, but I also sometimes I like to pin stuff to to lightheartedly tease and rib Vera. Like if Vera makes a a typo or something. And so that's why I was putting up drowning. Rat says to Vero, puzzles, what's for breakfast? Gallop said, isn't it is right. Yeah, because it means isn't it, yeah? It's drowning, isn't it? Let's see, Beowulf says, pretty much one of the stories featured in DGS was still under copyright when the game released, from what I know, hence why they couldn't localize it. And when it was localized, they used Herlock Sholmes, which had recently entered the public domain when Arsène Lupin entered the public domain. Okay, and Vera says, I love the laugh. What laugh was it? And Rat with a hydrate, what laugh? What was the laugh? And thank you very much, Rat, I'm gonna hydrate right now. And I guess I could probably unpin this message. We don't know that. We don't need that pinned again. I just need to remember to periodically just tell Vero, drowning, isn't it? Unpin this message. There we are. Z and Crystal's laughing. Boba says, lurk! Just once again, testing. Oh, there we go. And Quick88 says, testing, huh? Poor bot. Boba says, yep, down. Wait, so I'm still back before I got the bot booted back up? Vera said, it still did a shout out, so heck yeah. Well, because that's a different thing. That's Twitch Guru. I operate with numerous bots and sources. Crystal says, okay, so some commands are not working and TTS are delayed. Well, TTS is always delayed. Beowulf said, and the TTS is also done through something else, I think. Beowulf says, beyond that as well, localization for DGS was a challenge. Okay, let's play it a little bit more here. My point is, something is wrong here. The two lanterns flanking the statue were both outfitted with glass wind guards. So neither lantern's flame should have been flickering in the wind in the first place. Hey! I got nothing. She seems pretty tickled, Nick. Seriously, I've seen her get tickled. That's what she does. She just stays silent and then goes, heh, it is not fun to tickle her. I don't remember saying anything funny. I fail to see what you wish to prove here, but very well. I shall refine the vision and reveal the truth for all to see. Shouldn't she feel a little bit embarrassed that she keeps having to refine the vision that's supposed to be like infallible? And this is like the fourth time. Oh, blessed Mitama, I beseech you, fix your sight upon the lantern there. Oh, so we're gonna get like a more clear view of it then? Ooh. Well, I didn't know we can like enhance. This is like CSI crap. Huh? That lantern doesn't have a wind guard on it. Yeah, because it's the broken one, right? Or why are you surprised? And rightly so. For the wind guard was removed to reveal the sacred flame from within for the rite of fire. Well, darn it. Therefore, there is nothing odd about the flame flickering. Say what? Your Honor! I want to remove myself from the situation. I think Maya did it. But when we searched the crime scene, those lanterns had their wind guards on. That's because the police put them back on. The sacred flames have burned uninterrupted for hundreds of years, Defense. We could not risk them being extinguished, even during an investigation. The dad would never fly back home. Well, Bobbed Head, are you done quibbling? We gotta be getting close to being done with this seance, right? How long does this take? Are you done quibbling? If so, then it is time to bow down before this testimony of the Mitama. Don't worry, Maya, I'm just getting started. All right, let's go over everything we know so far. Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robes and standing in the spring. What do you mean? No, that was not Maya wearing Lady Kira's robes. Huh, what? Oh!
If the sacred flames are so important, why even take the flame guard off?
I don't know, because okay, so Jorge, think of the 10 bits. In the Rite of Fire, with the, huh?
One more time, Logan, we're almost there, sir.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we can do this. For the prediction. We gotta have like at least a full hour of not divination seance stuff. Thank you both, Jorge and Queen Katie, for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. But Jorge, so yes, the Rite of Fire says, the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. So maybe like they have to be uncovered for her to, because I assume circling just means like walk around them. But again, maybe they need to be uncovered for that. But yeah, I would feel like if it's windy, it would be like, all right, we got to wait to do this until later because you don't want them to go out. I'd be willing to bet that they have gone out during those hundreds of years and they just relight them and don't tell anybody. Because that seems kind of sus, I think. Okay, so Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robes and standing in the spring. Again, no, I think he turned. The high priest is thought to have been moving toward her. So I should look for sensations that stand in contradiction to this arrangement. I won't give up. I'm going to find a contradiction that will undermine the accusations against Maya. All right, one more time. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. Oh, they're very clear now. Bowing. And then we're gonna see this lantern. Wait, is that lantern broken? Crap, that lantern is broken. Yeah, no, that's good. That's like I said, that lantern is broken, so she's in the opposite direction. First part of the transformation rite ended. He's lowered the sutra suddenly, rushed the accused lantern side. So but which statement do I present for that? When the victim felt an intense pain, he was stabbed, rushed the accused. So let's say the first part, transformation rite ended. He lowered the. Let's save right here, and let's just try clicking it. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna watch the rest of it just to see if there's anything else that has changed. So we can clearly see that is the broken lantern. So she is not in. See in there? Like I said, she like moved in that direction, that way, as the thing went up. So this is him turning around to face the water. And there's that with the wind guard down, and that's all fine and everything. What? Incense, bells, water, pain. So again, those sensations don't seem to contradict anything. So it is going to be that is the broken lantern. So I was right about that. So wait till we look over. Bows to the lanterns. And then bows to this lantern. What? It's not, it's broken. But again, I gotta figure out which statement we do. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. And again, we don't know if that's the right thing, but this doesn't necessarily contradict that. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the spring side lantern. So maybe it's gonna be this, that this is not, this isn't for the rushing her and fighting her off, because he did do that. It wasn't the accused though. So let's again, save. I can't remember if we saved or not. And let's try this statement and just point to the fact that is a broken lantern. Come on. Come on, game. Come on, game.
Objection!
Oh, we got it! Well, what could this possibly mean? That lantern clearly contradicts the insight. Dude, why are you so slow? Why are you so dumb, Phoenix? Because, like, Phoenix, if you believe she didn't do the murder, you should know that wasn't her in the Lady Kira outfit with a dagger. But this contradiction will overturn the entire case I've been building. What do you mean? This shows that Maya wasn't the one in the outfit. Are you all right, Mr. Right? One minute you shout out and the next you fall silent. Perhaps it is like the bellow of one who is barreling down a hill with no way of stopping. Is that not right, Prosecutor Sadmadi? He's like, I don't do this petty crap. Don't get cold feet now, Phoenix. Or does Sadmadi also realize it? Even if this overturns the entire case you've built so far, the only way is to keep moving forward, because that's
TTS,
where we'll find the
truth. You really are bad at your job, Phoenix, HJ.
I know, he's so bad at this. Like, he should not have been doing any of this, operating under the assumption that Maya was the one who stabbed. If you want to prove Maya did not stab the victim, don't assume Maya stabbed the victim. That should be like the first thing you decide. But thank you very much to the TTS. I appreciate that. Once we get some more background music, I will read some more in the chat. Ha! Sorry, but I'm not barreling down a hill. I hope he continues the metaphor. I'm not barreling down a hill. I'm jogging up a mountain. In fact, I'm in full control of everything with the indisputable contradiction I found. Is that so? The lantern behind the accused clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight. Let me read some more in the chat. Rat says, oh yeah, dude, both of my jobs had staffing emergencies and I've been working overtime and weekends and it's been a mess. I'm sorry to hear that, Rat, but hopefully, if you've been having to work overtime and extra shifts and all that stuff, hopefully you're at least getting extra money. And that's the one like extra, like good side, unless you're like a salaried position. Vera said, dude, that sounds like a nightmare. Crystal says, yikes. Rat says, you went to the doctor about your shoulder? I'm so proud of you. Yes, I finally got like approved for like some assistance, some financial assistance for the doctor. So I only had to spend like a little bit of money. I think it was like less than $15 total on everything. But I had to do like multiple visits. I had to have a procedure done, non-surgical, thank goodness. And then I had to do about a month of physical therapy. And the physical therapy is done. It's not 100% yet, but it's so much better. Let's see. Quick said, well, while Logan is figuring this out, I'm gonna grab some wafers. My store was sold out of the chocolate, so I'm trying vanilla for the first time. Well, I think if it's the yellow, brown, and red, like the vanilla, chocolate, strawberry wafers, the vanilla ones. Even though I'm not a fan of vanilla ice cream, the vanilla wafers are my favorite. Crystal says, yep, he getting physical therapy for a while now, thankfully, Rat. Rat says to Vera and Crystal, you're right. It is a yike and a nightmare, I appreciate. And then says to Crystal, thank goodness, I worried. I mean, here's the thing, too. Like, I was panicked for a while about the shoulder because I made the mistake of also Googling, like, what could cause this type of pain? And Google was like, well, maybe it's a torn rotator cuff, in which case you need surgery. Or maybe it's like bone cancer and they're just gonna need to amputate your arm or something. So thankfully, it wasn't any of that. But let me make sure that my vent is still open. Why is the AC not on? It's so hot in here today. But I appreciate your concern, Rat. Magpie says footsteps aren't a sight. So that's the thing. But I was clicking the sound, but he would like this. I didn't. Yeah, I'm dumb. Crystal said, this is why you're bad at your job, Phoenix. Bubba says, oh no. Quick said, I do have the guide just in case. Bubba says, good, he realized. Magpie says, good boy, Logan, figuring it out. Quick says, yay, that would have been a rough start. I love how Maya just knows all of these Korean insults and phrases. Oh, you know, Maya is the type of person when she goes to a new country, the first thing she does is learn all the swear words. You just know it. Nora says, I'm actually in your vents right now if you don't notice. Well, Nora, stop blocking the AC. I'm roasting in here. Said, sorry, that was me who took your cat earlier. No. Quick said, what a plot twist. Lurk, thank you for the lurk. And Bumble with quote number 41, a flower crown is just a better onion ring. Omori, March 26th, 2023. And then Nora does quote number 193. I've only got $1 million. I don't think I can afford this. It costs, and then parentheses, it costs 61,000. Persona 3 Reload, August 17, 2024. Oh, and a pin message that says, oh, this sounds like a public service announcement. It says, kids, do not search your symptoms on Google or you'll be jump scared by the possibility with death when you have a migraine. I know, because I guess you better to err on the side of caution. But it's still freaky. It's still freaky. So when I went to the doctor and found out there was a surgical option, but I didn't want to do it because the issue was with my ligaments had become like super inflamed, and like the surgical option that they gave as an option, which I turned down, was this. And it makes me forget. I think I've told you guys, but it makes me forget how barbaric our medical world can be. Because the ligaments became so inflamed and swollen, they were filling up like the entire area of the inside of my shoulder joint so that I didn't have space for the joint to move. So it was limiting my range of movement and causing a lot of intense pain. And so the surgical option is they just put you under, they knock you out, and the surgeon just grabs your arm at the shoulder joint and just forces it around in every direction to completely rip your ligaments to shreds, completely just destroy your ligaments. And then you wake up, your shoulder is a complete mess, and you just hope the ligaments heal better this time, that they think about what they've done. So I did not do that, because that sounded awful. Team Quick said, we good!
TTS looks up the symptoms equals tumor, cancer, you're dying, chronic illness, dying.
Every time! Any symptom could be like, I got a sniffly nose. You have 48 hours to live. Every time. But thank you very much for the TTS, Crystal. Appreciate it. Nora says, yay. Bumble says, yay. Crystal, some gambling. And Quick Katie unlurks. Rat says, Quick Katie, are the vanilla wafers good? Quick Katie said, surprisingly, it was pretty nice. Not as good as chocolate, but I'll take it. The chocolate ones always made me thirsty, though. Bumble said, this reminds me of last AA stream. Oh, do you guys remember? I still have that, I still have something special. Say, hang on. I'm just gonna have this open in case I need to use it later so we can show anyone who missed last time what wonders we created. But let's play a little bit more of the game. No, blatantly contradicts your insight. Does it now? One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum was broken. And if you watch what Abbott in me saw in his final moments, and we're gonna see the lantern was fixed on that, so it's broken here. You'll notice the lantern behind the praying form of Ms. Maya is broken. The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. The problem is, in their attempt to make Phoenix Wright seem smart by finding this, it makes everybody else seem so dumb, because how could you not see that? In short, we are seeing two different lanterns in this seance vision. How could this be? And even if it were so, how would that contradict my insights? Oh no. Let me start by saying the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I've built thus far. Will the defense please explain himself? Based on the broken lantern, we can tell Maya and Abbott in these positions, or the lantern positions. Maya and Abbott in these positions, but I'm gonna save just in case the game decides to be a b-hole. Because this game does do that sometimes. Maya and Abbott in these positions, where the accused and the victim were standing. But did you not just finish asserting that the accused was standing somewhere else? I did, and I built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, it has led us here. To the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing!
Will overturn the case I built so far. What case? You blamed Maya by mistake.
Well, that's the thing, he built a case, but it was a horrible case. It was the worst case you could build. So yes, we should be working to overturn, whatever, that case. Thank you very much for the 10 bits and for putting things into perspective, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. Let me read some more. Rat says, Gunmungus. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the game. I think I've written it down somewhere, but I want to try and see if I can find it right now. Magpie says, yes, it is. I would love to play Morrowind, but I can't stand the quest tracking system, so I'm very interested in Skywind. I think it'd be interesting to maybe try some of the older Elder Scroll games in the Skyrim engine. I love all the mods out there. They're like entire DLC size. But there was a mod for Skyrim that got so popular, it ended up getting picked up and made into its own separate game. I believe it's called The Forgotten City. I have it on Steam. I would love to play it sometime, but I don't think people know about it or would ever want to see that. So maybe I'll just play it in my own free time. Nora said, so is that good enough? Logan, just imagine you letting me VA Athena could take off my entire voice acting career. Bubba says to Nora, I just remembered, if you're breaking in, can you unlock the basement while you're here? We would love to get some free roam time. Bumbo, you guys get one lap around the backyard every month. Is that not enough? Nora says, got you. Magpie says, is my internet jank or did stream stop? Did it stop for anybody else? Quickity said, Rafa really said, don't worry, I can double check. Yo, trust what you got. Rat says, Queen Katie, yee, I'm glad they're tasty, even if they're not chalky. And Magpie says, T, we must pin this important message. Vera says, stream is fine. Oh, and Magpie says, twas my internet. Rat says, welcome back. Magpie says, thank. And Vera says, I keep blinking out of existence. I need some food to wake me up. Get some cereal, some oatmeal, some scrambled eggs. Get some good food. To the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing. We are so tired of this already. Gavel slam. Oh, no, I must say, if the defense keeps changing its assertions in such a capricious manner. All right, now that we got the judge here, I just got to remind you guys what we had last time. Remember, I still have this asset saved where we gave him a chiseled jawline. I need to add some detail in the hair. It looks like Ronald McDonald hair. I was trying to give him poofy flowing red hair, but I didn't have time to draw lines. So for those who missed last time, you missed this type of wonderful improvements on the game. Let me just close that back out. And I'll go ahead and unpin this message, because there we go. We don't all need to see T for that long. Its credibility may come into question. I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time. I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused was standing. Very well. Show us where you now believe the accused was actually standing. Based on the location of the broken lantern, where was Maya really standing? Once again, I'm gonna save in case it's like really particular. Like I have to hit the exact spot. I mean, I hope it's just gonna say like anywhere in this general area here, but let's try clicking here. Present. And you're sure it was there? Oh, no, that's the right spot. That is the right spot. I said, don't be a beehole, game. Why does the game gotta be so mean to me? I guess I gotta have her stand closer to Abbott in me than that? Okay, yeah, just there.
Take that!
I wasn't thinking straight before, which is very uncommon for me unless I'm around Miles Edgeworth, in which case I think very gay. But now it's all falling into place. We know the victim had stepped into the spring. That means Maya Fey had to have been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory, which has only now become clear, reveals that Ms. Fey was standing by the side of the broken lantern. In other words, she was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom. Okay, so I'm gonna slightly amend what I said earlier. I was thinking that maybe he turned around and Lady Kira was standing here in the spring, and that's why you hear the sloshing water. But that would have been too close. So Lady Kira was probably over here then, and that lantern was there because I don't think we ever looked over and saw the left-hand lantern. He definitely was turning in a clockwise direction, and so she was probably over here. Also, wasn't there an area over here that was like curiously cleared of snow? Huh. She was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom. Does that not bring us back to the very beginning? Now, did you forget that the lantern was not broken in the other shot? Silence, tiny woman. No, this is where things take a different turn, and I mean that literally. The victim had to have been moving toward the spring. Ha! That means that while he was moving, he had his back turned toward the accused. What's this? You mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the seance vision. Actually, it does appear. It's just that no one noticed till now. I noticed. I noticed a long time ago. No one noticed? How could no one have noticed something so big? See, watch. There was a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all we could see. Thanks to that, none of us could tell that he was in fact turning around in that moment, except that when it was going up. When he was like bringing it up, you saw Maya zip it over to one side. Ah, I'm sorry, I had burritos. If it is as the defense asserts, then her benevolence's insights no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain that? It does make sense, as long as Maya isn't the murderer. I don't need to explain anything because it's just as you said, Prosecutor Sadmati. Her benevolence's insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error. Such insolence! I'm joining a different church. We're moving away. A huge error, you say? Do explain. The huge error is... Okay, let's save. Save. Also, does this count as having made it past the seance so that I can complete the prediction? Or do I need to, like, get to something else that's not direct? Because I feel like we're still describing the seance. The huge error is the order of the rites, the crime scene, the number of people there. Yes, the number of people that... Phoenix! You have to know there was somebody else to commit the murder. Does he think did he up until this moment think Maya was a murderer?
I think you're good. All that's left for this section is blah blah blah. Present thingy.
Okay, let's go. Let's say the number of people there then. Thank you for the 10 bits, Queen Katie, and the reassurance. I believe this is what happened at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading a sutra when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. Wishing to see who it was, he approached the robed figure. Okay, so it wasn't over here. It was over here like I originally thought. Look at that. Oh, look at that blood. Look at the blood splatter. They can make this blood red, but this blood can't because that'd be just too intense. That's when he was stabbed! Let me read some more in the chat while you guys get to see this senseless act of violence. Queen Katie said, jingle jangle, I'm doing the right. Jingle jangle. Oh no, I'm getting jingle jangle, help. If only we could hear the words. Nora says, haha, I just kicked you in the bells. I thought that was a funny bit, I did. Rat with a little rat and a Dorito. Vero with a lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Vero. We'll see when you get back with the food. Bubba says, wow, this tiger guy is a great lawyer. I know, right? Actually, no, he's doing really awful. Maybe that's the problem. The El Tigre outfit and the fake cardboard badge is having a negative effect, a negative influence on Phoenix Wright. Gallop with a lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Gallop, and says, it works. Yay. Nora says, quote, this is nothing but a theory, a game theory. I need to know, when I tried to do the thing, was I able to like mimic the little MatPat, the little image he uses for himself? Okay. Magpie says, I love when Logan makes a joke he's gonna regret later. Sorry, Logan, not gonna tell you which one it was. What was the game theory joke? I'll regret saying that MatPat was delightful or whatever. Is MatPat the murderer, Magpie? I don't want MatPat to be the murderer. He's like one of the few internet celebrities that seems still wholesome. I don't think he's had any scandal. Whittle said, oh, my little brother go to school tomorrow morning, and I don't. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice, Weedle? Once you're out of high school and realize you don't have to do high school anymore, it's so great. Quickity said, howdy, Weedle. Law. Bill said, Logan, sounds like you should get good. I keep forgetting to. I should just get good, but I keep forgetting that. And Weedle says, morning! Nora said, I have to go to my school tomorrow for training for a leadership thing. Aw. Weedle says, I want a greeting for nighttime. It's like good evening, right? Isn't that when you say evening? Evening, fellas. How you doing? I think? Okay, that's when he was stabbed. This cannot be! Ha! Oh, but it can, and it is. The insight stating the accused stabbed the victim is wrong! And that is the real truth lying behind this.
TTS, no more high school, but more college, greater than laughing face.
Greater than laughing face, indeed. Oh, that's like an angry eyebrow. Laughing face. College is so much better than high school. I remember my first semester of college, there were times I would just be like walking around campus between classes, just thinking to myself, it's so much better than high school. I think just even little changes like the fact that like being there is entirely voluntary. It's such an improvement. And the fact that the earliest class I ever had, it was 9:40 in the morning. I usually aim for like 10:45 as my first class. So I got a good night's sleep. And it was better. It was better, but thank you for the TTS, Crystal. I appreciate it. And that is the real truth lying behind this testimony of the dead. The music stopped. When the music stops, I feel like I screwed up. Poe! Palooka! Are you suggesting that there was someone else at the scene of the crime? Yes! A murderer who was not Maya! Have I misunderstood the voice of the Mitama yet again? Oh, she's so sad. It's so sad seeing her sad. Chad, should we just let Maya get executed if it'll make Rafa happy? This cannot be! Oh, I'm overdramatic. I didn't actually faint. I just want attention. Oh, that was a close one. But I managed to divine the true meaning behind the seance vision somehow. I should add these new facts to the court record. Inner sanctum diagram updated again. How many times? Shows where Maya and the high priest were during the rite. Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here, especially since you are currently laying on the ground, going like this. Wah, wah, wah. I will overturn the brash accusations of this faithless, putrid-minded lawyer. I stood back up. Yes, I shall place my trust in you. Ah. Phew. And she was never seen again. Okay, so I'm gonna declare that as getting past the seance. Oh, we're just shy of the 2-hour mark, so it took 2 hours to deal with that seance. Oh, music stuttering. Hang on, I'm gonna save just in case the game crashes. But let me complete that prediction in the chat so all y'all who gambled, except crap, how long ago was that? That was almost an hour ago, and I haven't even got to the point in chat where, like, I can see who voted on what, so I think I really gotta get caught up in chat. Oh, looks like, Vero completed the prediction. See, I forget that you could do that, because, like, Rukov usually votes in the predictions as well. Oh! Thank you, Crystal, for the Tomcat. But yeah, Rukov usually votes in the predictions as well, and so if you vote in it, you can't complete it, and so I usually have to complete them. So thank you very much. Let me read some chat. And I gotta get caught up because I'm like probably at least a good 45 minutes behind. Magpie says, I read the interesting books in Skyrim, but half of them were histories and they were points. Yeah, like I hate to say it, I don't care about the lore of Tamriel, right? That's the name of the continent or whatever. Said there are a few good ones though. I liked the Gold Ribbon of Merit and the book about the Khajiit because Khajiit are super weird. Maybe I'll have to like go back and find those ones. Bill said it has the 2 DLC cases from DD and Spirit of Justice, but not the non-canon cases of Spirit of Justice. Aww. Okay, so we do have a DLC case. The DLC case in the last one was great. This game's gonna have a tough time topping that magical turnabout though, because Betty to Fame was just wonderful. Magpie says, fun fact, the Bosmer of Valenwood are religiously cannibalistic, so as not to use the plants, and the games just politely ignore this, which makes it very weird that one of the Thieves Guild's members is a Bosmer whose family owns a winery in Valenwood. See, I didn't know that. I loved the Thieves Guild thing. I did like everything in my playthrough of Skyrim, except I did not do the, what was it, the Brotherhood of, the Dark Brotherhood? Is that what they're called? The Dark Brotherhood, the Assassins Guild? Because I had like decided what my character's kind of moral compass was, and I decided being an assassin was just too far, so I did the thing where he just betrayed them and killed them all. So I never got to do that, and I hear that's a really good plot line. So if I ever go back and do Skyrim, I'm gonna have to find out what the Dark Brotherhood storyline was. And Vero with the Unlurk, welcome back, Vero! Said, got a cheese sandwich in honor of Rat. What kind of cheese, though, Vero? I'm so bummed I got a fresh block of cheddar cheese, and sometimes you just get bad cheddar. It's just bad flavorless cheddar this time. Bad, dry, flavorless cheddar. That's sad. Weedle said, Logan, I will be living Utah in like exactly a month. But no, before you said there was a chance you might not actually be starting school this fall. I think you said something about that because like your mom wasn't filling out some stuff that she was supposed to fill out. Is everything still good to go for that? Quickity said, funny you say Skyrim books, lol. You remind me of an old unraveled video of BDG reading every single book in Skyrim. I don't know who BDG is. I know BFG is Big Friendly Giant. Is BDG is Big Dorky Giant or something? And Rat with an emotes and some cheese. Magpie says, gosh, I can't imagine, lol. I loved collecting the books, but only a few of them are worth reading. I collected a lot of them, just like get duplicates. They were some of my go-tos for selling. One of the mods I did install was also just to greatly increase my carrying capacity because I hated constantly getting over encumbered because I was such a pack rat. But oh man, I had so many wheels of cheese. The very first mod I installed though, was I think the one to make all helmets invisible because I hated that I spent so much time on character creation and then got a helmet and it's like, well, and what was kind of cool about that is it made all helmets invisible. Well, almost all. There were a few that were exceptions. Like when you did the DLC with the one like former Dragonborn, he still had his cool one. But like guards, like in Whiterun, they didn't have helmets, so they all had like some individual personality. It was kind of nice. See, Rat says to Vero, what kind of cheese did you get? See, that's what I was asking. Magpie says, one of my favorites is A Blind Man's Journal. You open it, it's blank. What did you expect? That reminds me, I feel like some books I need to try reading one of these days. I've heard there are really good things about, what were those movies that, Jim Carrey was Count Olaf in the movie, and then I think Neil Patrick Harris was in the TV show. What were those movies? They were based on like a series of books. It was about like the two kids, and like, they would keep getting adopted by like a new family member who kept dying mysteriously because Count Olaf would be like disguised as people. Anyway, I hear the books are like just wonderful reads. There's lots of crazy stuff, like even just visually with the books. I need to, a series of unfortunate events Series of something, series misfortune or series of series of unfortunate events. Isn't that what it was called? That was the movie. I don't know if that's like the series or just the first. But anyway, I should stop talking. I'm gonna have a sip of water. I'm gonna read a few more comments of chat in the chat, and then I'm gonna get back in the game. What the what?
A series of unfortunate events.
I was right.
Also 2 kids and a baby.
Oh, that's
Violet,
right.
Klaus, and Sonny Baudelaire.
I forgot there was a little baby too. It's been it took me forever to finally get around to watching that movie, and even then when I did, it was still a while back, so I had forgotten about that. But yes, so that one, I should try and reading the books. Another series that I hear I should try and read. I've heard some people recommend the Percy Jackson books. Maybe I should try. I don't know. I wish I had more time for reading in general. But thank you very much for the 10 bits and for letting me know that I got it right for once. Jorge, thank you. Magpie says, I'm gonna have to check that out, lol. Oh, wait, I skipped one on accident. Quigator said, Magpie, if you're...
TTS the one by Lemony Snicket?
Well, okay, no, it was Lemony Snicket. That wasn't the actual author, right? Wasn't Lemony Snicket like a fictional author who's basically like a character in it who wrote the book or some? Isn't there like some like kind of narrative device where it's written by a fictional character or something? I think. But thank you very much for the TTS. I appreciate it. But again, I got to read a few more comments before we get back to the game because I'm so far behind in chat. Quigator says to Magpie, if you're interested in his top 5 out of 10 books, its title is, I read all 337 books in Skyrim, so you don't have to. Oh, that sounds like a nightmare to have to do that. And there's where Magpie says, I'm gonna have to check it out. Lol, Weedle says to Rat, do you have a pet rat? Quigator says, no problem. Vera said, good old Philadelphia cheese. Wait, like cream cheese? Does Philadelphia make regular? Are you just like a tub of cream cheese and just like that? I'm not gonna judge though. That actually, you know what? That might be good, come to think of it. Oh, and Evie says, hi Logan, hi Evie, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Hope the hip's doing well. Bucky says, woo, Phoenix looking dapper AF, and some dancing dinos and a Dorito. Oh, I love his costume in this one. It's so good. Evie and Bucky, how are the two of you doing? Bucky, are you still here? I did see a notification that Quiche went online, so I don't know if you had to rush over there, but so good to see you. Nora said the Tomcat is out of stock. Yeah, it has a cooldown. Rat says, I had a pet rat in high school. Weedle says, nice. Oh, and there's those Tron emotes again. I think those are Tron emotes again. Rat says to Vero, cream cheese. Nora says, yep, Warner Brothers is shutting everything down, bro. Sad. Quick Kitty said, to be honest, the site was good for just the Cartoon Network stuff. Plus, sometimes they'd have free episodes to watch randomly, which was nice back in the day. And Nora says, Rooster Teeth. Quick Kitty said, Rooster Teeth. Lol. Nora says, yeah, Viz Media. Quick Kitty said, yep, Ruby was saved by Viz. Nora said, we got saved, guys. Quick Kitty said, there's already a bunch of memes about it, lol, like the main girl burning a microwave. Nora said, yeah, she did, lol. First day at Viz, already burned the microwave. Rat said, I have a friend who works at the Warner Brothers Employee Health Insurance Department. It sounds like things are rough in there. Yeah, like I said, I hear a lot of rumors, and so I'm hesitant to believe all the rumors until there's official announcements. But it does sound like things are not great. But I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm kind of getting tired of movies and like doing like these mega blockbuster things, like all their DC movies they pump so much money into and so many of them are bombing. It's like, dude, get a tripod, just make a good story. It doesn't need to be a reboot or a remake. It doesn't need to be the launch of its own cinematic universe. Just make good product and just trust the good product and stop with what you're doing, WB. Nora says, all of V10's budget is going to be spent on things that Ruby broke. Shake my head. Crystal and Weedle with some emotes. Nora said, is she old enough to drink? How old is Maya? Maya is old enough. She's like 28 now, I think. Let's double check the court record. Which is funny because when we first met her, she was like 16 or 17. But she's 28, and again, because like the last time we saw her was in Trials and Tribulations, and I think at that point she was 19 or 20. So she was a full-grown woman at that point, and now she's grown up. Does that happen? I feel like you don't like hit your growth spurts and puberty and all that thing in your mid-20s. Most people. I don't know. Maybe it's different in Japanifornia. And Nora said, quote, I think that account got turned off. Maybe that's me again. Oh, the AC got turned off. Oh, crap. I clicked a button. What was it that the judge had said? I gotta check the history, sorry. Are you sure about this, Prosecutor Sadmati? My work as an international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world. And in that time, I have learned to perform last rites for souls in trials lacking a seance. Oh, yes, of course, forgive my ludicrous inquiry. Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. The player is going to ship her with me. She is mine. Hands off. I will show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen. Guess he really does think highly of Emma and her forensic expertise, don't you? Phoenix, she's your friend. I'm impressed that he's come to understand their value. Then again, he is an international prosecutor who solved tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down, huh? Now then, let us continue with today's proceedings. Could the defense please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was the murderer? Is the real killer? Your new claim has negated the insights of the royal priestess. So I trust you have some evidence to support a correct... No, Your Honor, you got that wrong. But yeah, sorry, before I had accidentally clicked that, Nora saying I think the AC got turned off. Maybe it's me again. Here says she's drowning in it. Alcohol, that is. Queen Katie said, yep, I got plenty of experience for my Pokemon. I'm very happy. Was I'm back when you mentioned the Nuzlocke? Vera says, 28 now. Nora said, speaking of addresses, I know Logan's address because I'm in his vents. It says, oh, then never mind. See, I don't know. Maybe you got in the wrong house. Maybe that's why I haven't heard you in the vents. Are you sure the address is correct? You might be in one of my neighbor's vents. We just said, Logan, Fun Dip will be coming to you in November. I still have some Fun Dip left. I've been periodically eating some, but there's still so much, Weedle. Nora said, don't shut that. No, I'm trying to keep the vent open. Queen Katie said, okay, but same, Logan Lol. My family tried coconuts years ago, but because we got a very foul one by mistake, we never tried it again. Nora said, I can't breathe when the vent is shut. It's open. I wedged it open because I want it open. I need AC. Magpie says, candy corn is one of those things where about once a year, you want like 5 pieces of it and go, neat, still awful, and don't eat anymore for another year. I'm more like every 5 years, maybe 10 years. No, Nora said, thank you for opening it. Vera said, muster. I love that in a sandwich sometimes. Oh, there's a time stamp, 109:30. 58 minutes behind. How about that? Quick said, if we're unlucky, the stream might just be the seance section, lol. If we're lucky, we'll get to the first actual cross-examination. We'd have said, yeah, Logan is gonna be a bit. Magpie said, laughing, dang. Okay, I'm the only believer, I guess. Quick said, I'm with you, Magpie. Nora said, chat, Logan's vent is really dusty. Someone tell him to dust it once in a while. Okay, that is actually legit. Veer said, gambling responsibly, y'all, or don't, so no Monokuma gets redeemed. Definitely not today. It's hot in here. I don't know why the AC isn't on. Magpie says to Nora, that's what you're there for. If you're gonna be in his house, the least you could do is dust. Well, there you go. Whittle says to Nora, tell him not to kick Puppy first. Queen Katie said, don't worry, I only did 210 points this time. Nora said, listen, I'm working on getting to the basement door to unlock it for y'all. Magpie says, I have no idea how to check the state of the bets while on mobile. Oops, there it is. And Nora does quote number 43. Nobody told me I was gonna have to guide babies through bear traps. Bramble the Mountain King, May 3rd, 2023. And Magpie says, that's actually hilarious, getting the kids doing bandit sounds. Great for the modders. Oh no, it is fantastic, and modders have been able to do this. I've seen like, okay, that's actually a long story about a really funny mod. I shouldn't get off the rails because I've already gotten too much off the rails. But one of these days, remind me to tell what I think is a funny story about one of the mods that I'd gotten that's kind of related to that. Nora says, by some years, I mean a few years younger than Athena. Whittle says, does a really cool thing. Cool, I know. Eat dirt. Quick Katie said, good thing he saved. Nora said, Logan, stop crashing my Twitch. I'm not doing it on purpose. And Magpie says, yes, it says site, so you can click on it. Yay. Nora says, for real talk though, would you consider inviting me to VA Athena when she's back? I don't, she might not be coming back. She might just be gone. It's like forever. You know, in fact, maybe she'll just be the one voiceless character from here on out. Maybe I'll just like pause in silence and let you all read the text. Sorry, I like to kid and mess around. Anyway, let's play some more. And hopefully I'll catch up eventually. So I trust you have some evidence to support it, correct? Oh, yes! Oh, of course! Yeah. This third party must have really wanted to kill the High Priest. I might be able to identify who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent. Well, we're waiting, Mr. Rite. Okay, so it's probably gonna be like the note warning the priest not to do the rite. The evidence that can reveal the identity of the third party is this! And it's gonna be the lady Kira Vigilante, yeah? That's who we're gonna accuse. So, where is it? So we got this letter we found in the inner sanctum. Giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read in full. But it's this one. It appears to be from Lady Kira to the High Priest. There are holes in rows of all three around it. And the translation is, do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning. And so, yeah, that's like a threat. So let's present that.
Take that!
3 days before the purification rite, the victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual. Unidentified? That doesn't help us know who to kill. He did? Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite. I'm assuming the translation's accurate. I still haven't learned your language. But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the high priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent the letter? A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself! Ah, Bob! Oh. That's a loud gavel slam. You could hear it echo. Peace! I don't understand! I had heard the Lady Kira that has been in the news of late only hunted rebels! Oh, if so, why would she have killed why would the person who attacks rebels attack this person? I don't know. Excellent question. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. What if the high priest had secretly been a rebel? Oh, it's this music again. So weird. Let's see, Krista with some dancing dittos. Squeakaty said grips guy, just in case my hands tightly. I hope I'm not getting too far behind. I'm hoping making some progress, Squeakaty. Nora says, quote number 160. I can't remember if I remembered to or not. It's amazing how often you can't remember if you remember. Persona 3 Reload, July 31st, 2024. Squeakaty said, wait, no, he was on the wrong statement. I had faith in him, but then he rebooted it. Squeakaty said he was on the literal right track, just the wrong statement. I eventually got it. Weedle said, I want a cookie. All right, I'll drop a cookie down in the basement trough for you, Weedle. Nora said, me too. All right, I'll drop a bunch of cookies. One in the trough in the basement dungeon for Weedle and one in the vents. Nora said, have y'all listened to Objection Funk? Yeah, somebody posted on the Discord a while ago. Weedle said, so true. Nora said, my Twitch is crashing so terribly. Weedle says, I have given so much money to you, Logan. I don't know why. I do. You do not. Why I do you not all that funny, to be honest? That's fair. I've told you what my imposter syndrome tells me. If it was up to me, like, if you guys asked me, should I spend money on Logan? I'd be like, no, you should not. Nora said, it's only when I'm on a Logan stream. Yeah, why is that? Quiggity said, finally, he got it. Yay! Nora said, could it be?
when I say that you're half hour behind. Jay or Jen, who knows Logan R8 mischief?
It's probably more than that. A little while ago, it was 58 minutes at the last timestamp. That's why I'm trying to read so much. But yeah, Crystal, I'm not good at this. I just always feel so bad if I get so far behind that the last half hour of the stream is nothing but me frantically trying to catch up in chat. I need to learn to spread it out better. But this music is very dramatic for catching up to chat reading. Yeah, now, thank you for the TTS, Crystal. Nora says, could it be the internet is bad in Logan's vents? Logan, can you put a hotspot down there? I literally have a hotspot next to my vent. Like, if I could point the camera down there, it is this far away from the vent, however many inches that is. Oh, and a poll just appeared. Should we spend money on Logan out of spite? Said yes, shower him with sense, and a shrug. Crap, there's no. I would vote no if it was me, but a shrug implies like, I don't know. I'm not worth it, you guys. And I do feel bad sometimes, like, I wish that part of me wishes I would spend more time focusing on the monetization, because goodness knows I could use the money. But then there's stuff like this latest Persona 3 TikTok that is like blown up and has like almost 2 million views at this point. Isn't monetized because it wasn't a long enough video. And I think, man, I could have gotten like hundreds of dollars off of that with that many views if it was just longer. But thank you very much for the poll. We'll check out the results in a little bit. We just said to Queen Katie, Queen Katie said, the amount of face palms I had during this section from Logan, I'm sorry. Whittle says to Nora, he has a window open, he's letting the internet out. Rat said, need a Wi-Fi repeater for the HVAC. Nora said, bring back Phoenix Rite facial hair. I could do that, but not for this one. I'd have to get him in the exact right position, which I think is where he was like, scratching his chin or something. Let's see. Where am I? Rat says Tweedle, catch it. Crystal says 125.14. Okay, now I'm only 50 minutes behind. I've caught up 8 minutes. Bucky said illegal drowning. Keck, that's right. Drowning in it. Vera said I return. Had a random nosebleed. Is the air really dry there? Because like, when the air gets super dry, I get nosebleeds. Quickita said, right on time. We got the part in the chat where you came here. Quickita said, also, ouch, you okay? Rat said, need a nose Band-Aid. A nose band? Can you get a Band-Aid for nosebleeds? Because I thought you have to like stuff up. The main thing I always hear is don't lean your head back. That's like the instinct because you don't want it to dribble down your face, but then it can go down your throat and you can choke, right? I would just like stuff a few squares of toilet paper up my nose. Nora said, I had a dream that I had a nosebleed. Nora said, eats a pizza like a cookie. Quickita said, I know the feel of nosebleeds, mainly because I somehow keep puncturing the pipes of my nose. Nora said, I haven't had a nosebleed in years, and I randomly got one in science class one day. Rat says, it was Chucky, the haunted doll from the horror movies in the 90s. Yeah, the Child's Play. Wow, that's how far back I am. It's the rat shout out. Wheel says, fun dip in it. Vera said, yep, I have hemophilia, was scratching my nose too hard. So that's where you don't produce the proper like coagulating agents, the hemoglobin, right? And so it's really hard for like when you get a cut for it to stop bleeding. Is that right? Rat said, Tuesday, isn't it? Nora says, heh. Nora says, jingle, jingle. Magpie says, spirits, zoom, enhance. CSI noises. Crystal said, Rafa, enhance, Trust, enhance. Oh, the poll is done. Holy cow, that's a lot of votes. 99% of the poll with 220 votes have voted yes, shower him with sense, with Crystal contributing 1,510 channel points, and the Shrug with 1% with 3 lonely votes. But the lonely votes are very on brand. Well, I appreciate you guys for saying that apparently I'm somehow worth the sense. Maybe that's what I should say to myself anytime I feel like, I'm worthless. I say, no, Logan, no self. You are not worthless. You have worth. About 10 cents of worth. And I'll be like, okay, that's fair. I'm a little bit worth, 10 cents. That's enough. But thank you very much for the poll and for the super kind voting there. Like, that does mean a lot to me. I really appreciate the sentiment that you guys think I am worthwhile. I appreciate that. I need to shout down my imposter syndrome sometimes. Okay, let's keep playing here. What if the High Priest had secretly been a rebel? Hubbub, the High Priest? He couldn't possibly have been a rebel. His name doesn't say I'm a rebel. The High Priest? A devout follower of Koreanism? A rebel? I have never understood the concept of lying until this moment. Oh, do you even comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak? Well, do you? I too found it hard to believe at first. But as I continued my investigation, it started to become more and more plausible.
Objection.
The third party was the rebel-hunting Lady Kira, and the High Priest was a rebel? Oh, your mockery of Koreanism, no. Of the kingdom of Korean itself knows no bounds. Yeah, Phoenix needs to remember that he's in a very, like, oh, hey, that shameless Palunka lawyer, he's making a mockery of our religion. No, he needs to remember that he's in, like, a horrible, repressive theocracy here. As a faithful Koreanist, I take issue with these claims, and I am loath to admit them into today's proceedings. I don't like where this is going. The defense's claims are but vile blasphemy, tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother. Is it really that big of a deal, Maya?
Oh, you did? You were so dead. Like, Phoenix, I don't know what is wrong with you. I knew you were a bad lawyer, but can't you read the room? do not respect cultures when you visit other countries. Abbot Inme was a distinguished monk and very well respected too, so yeah, you're gonna die.
Oh, please don't let this turn into an international incident. But fear not, good people of Karain. The rantings of this putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to sully the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. That's you do that when you're doing a transmutation, right? That's what Edward Elric always did. The prosecution's assertions that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged. But the victim was stabbed in his abdomen. It was a stabdomen, this killing. How is that possible when he had his back turned toward Ms. Faye? Someone else must have killed him. He's gonna say that she walked around while he wasn't looking, right? Are you sure about that? You may have invalidated the seance, but do not let it go to your putrid head. The karmic flow of this trial is, as yet, still in my hands. How can he be so confident? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. And I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. Okay, so who's the witness going to be? Are we finally going to see No, we can't see Pray Zealot. Because he's still praying until tomorrow in game, right? The only other people we've met are the wife of Abbot Inme, but why would she have it? I guess she'll probably just come and say, as a character witness, that no, he was not in league with the rebels. There's also that scruffy faced guy, but he's probably not going to appear till the next chapter, or not next chapter, the next trial or something. So it's probably going to be the wife. And an eyewitness. An eyewitness who will deliver a definitive answer that will dispel the defense's doubts. An eyewitness? Very well. Let us call this eyewitness to the stand. Is it going to be the scruffy guy? I see boots. It's going to be scruffy guy. He's scruffy guy. I don't remember what voice we gave him. It's him again. Well, now, he has to be the shaggiest witness I have ever laid eyes upon. Please state, we get his name. Please state your name and occupation. I hope his name is Secret Rebel or Escape Convict or Bro Out of Prison or something like that. Huh?
He always gave me and Larry plus Gumshoe vibe TBH.
I mentioned before, after Trials and Tribulations, after the things that Larry said about Little Tiny Pearl, Larry is a monster. And I never want to bring him back. I kind of want to do the, what started as sort of the Gonta voice, but sort of became the missile voice in Ghost Trick. Just kind of talking like this a lot of the time. Just very earnest like that. It was just a little bit faster than the Gonta and better grammar. So I don't know. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Well, we'll see. We'll see what feels right. Okay, please state your name and occupation. That's right. So we got to see what Shaggy Man's name is. I don't even know what to guess. It's going to be like obviously fake name. Or it'll be Anelius. I'm, that so-and-so, whatchamacallit, please don't ask me. Yeah, because he's an escaped prisoner. That's why he's doing this. Henshin. Oh. And anonymous TBD would be to be determined. Anonymous to be determined. Anonymous. So you know what? He's 4chan. He's hackers on steroids. Oh my gosh. Again, they're not even trying. Oh, there's a pinned comment. This is a Queen Katie message that Vero pinned saying his Japanese name, quote marks, Nanashino Gombi. Oh, where were we? Oh, we heard Gonbi. Gonbi was In Your Turn to Die. Wasn't that Alice's fake name? Was Gonbi? And you guys told me what it meant back then, but I don't remember what it was. Comes from Nanashino Gonbei, which roughly means John Doe. That's what it was. That was why that Alice was using the name Gonbi, yeah? Which is a generic name used when a subject's true identity is unknown. So,
Watching you slowly accept his name as an unchangeable fact is sending me that's so funny.
But and again, like this game, all of the Ace Attorney games have always had these goofy pun names. And I've been delighted by many of them. But this game, all of these people in Karain, they're not even puns. It's just the thing spelled differently. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, Jorge. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. But yeah, so if Gonbi or whatever comes to that, right, Nanashino Gonbi, meaning essentially the cultural equivalent of John Doe, then why not name him like Ja Ndo, like an apostrophe Dao or something, Ja Ndo. Because at least that would be like, it's just anonymous TBD. Oni says, at least that's what they've been calling me. Okay, so yeah, they've been calling him that because they don't know his name. I really want to like Spirit of Justice because I loved the characters in the last trial. It mainly just Betty DeFame. But this, it's testing me. All right, I gotta read some more in the chat. Nora says, has anyone in here watched the English version of AA, the anime, on Crunchyroll? I have not. I keep meaning to. The one thing I keep hearing is that whenever they do objection, it's like air bending and there's gusts of wind. Jorge said, sorry, I've been so quiet. Being an adult means your shoe rack breaks and you spend your Sunday buying and putting together a new one. Honestly, that's impressive that you have like the adult responsibility of owning a shoe rack. I do not. I just have like my different shoes. I've got my normal shoes. I've got my workout shoes. I have my dress shoes, and I have my winter boots, and I just have them, like, sitting next to each other on the floor. Although I do have another pair of formal shoes, because when our good buddy Clam RM got married, I was one of his groomsmen, and he wanted everybody wearing matching attire, and they were supposed to wear brown shoes, and I have a pair of brown.
TTS, so, what do you think of this anonymous man, lol?
Honestly, I like the bandana. The flash of bright purple is good. And I kind of like his attitude. The way he's moving around reminds me of like a Kamen Rider type of a character. Because he's doing the whole like, huh, oh, ha, ha. It's either that or like, it's either like a Kamen Rider himself or like the henchman that he fights. Like the little, like the equivalent of the putties in Power Rangers, which I've also been on a kick on lately because I finished the other day watching this season of Go-Go Loser Ranger, and I very much enjoyed that anime. So I'm liking his attitude. I don't know about his look. I'm assuming that he's got the beard and the shaggy hair just to cover up his identity because I am convinced that he's really, that's a rebel. The guy who escaped from prison. Because he's gotta be, right? It's obvious that that's who this really is. But this name, though, but thank you very much for the TTS. Oh, let's see, hang on, I missed it. Was that a paid TTS? Or was that yeah, that was, yes, thank you very much, Crystal. What is your opinion? Oh, and there's another pin message, hang on. As it happens, his French name is Incognito. Kind of like incognito. Okay, I like that. The downside to that, though, is I feel like that almost, because I'm guessing, like I said, that he is the rebel in disguise, right? The escaped convict. And calling his name Incognito, kind of, it's like letting the cat out of the bag. It's like spoiling it. It's like, yeah, this is a disguise. But at least that's better than anonymous, TBD. I do need to read some chat as like a palate cleanser from that. Hang on. And Jorge said, I would just leave my shoes in one area, but I kept tripping over them because I'm too lazy to do that. I guess I sometimes do, but I feel like I step very carefully and lightly, but I probably should have something like that. Nora said, Your Honor, I want to remove myself from the situation. I think Maya did it. Because it seemed like it for a bit there, or at least with the argument he was making. Rat says, double spirit hacking! Magpie says, oh gosh, you gave me flashbacks, Rat. Crap, what is that from? What is that from? Spirit hack. Where have I heard that? I gotta Google that. Because I know I've heard that. Spirit hacking. Was that like a Yu Yu Hakusho thing? Oh, what's coming up when I Google it is a book, Spirit Hacking, Shamanic Keys to Reclaim Your Personal ... It's gotta be from an anime. Is that like an actual thing then? I thought that was like an anime thing. Huh, maybe I'm mistaking it for something else. Let's see, Magpie says, he's typing too fast. Put 2 people on a keyboard. NCIS is so stupid, I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. Oh, was that like the hacker was typing too fast? Nora said, hey, Logan. What? Hang on. What?
He could have been called Red Turncoat. A turncoat is someone who defects to the other side, and the Redcoats are the British Army in the fight for America's independence.
See, I would have liked that, and so that works. We did already have a character with the first name Red. Red White, but he could have been named like Rhett, like R-H-E-T-T or something like that. Or if you want to just like split, it could have been Reed Co. No, or something like that. Like they could have divided, they could have found a way, but yes, that would have made sense. That would have been nice, like a turncoat and a red coat. Like, although I guess technically the Redcoats weren't actually the rebels. I guess maybe it depends on which way you look at it. But yeah, like something like that has like a layer to it. These, I hate to complain. I hate to be negative. These names just seem a little bit lazy. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Okay, I should play some game. TBD? As in to be determined? Can't you just tell us your real name? I think you probably have to in order to go under oath. The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. I thought it was amnesiac. Amnesiac. Therefore, hang on. If he's amnesiac, why should we trust anything he says in his testimony? I think you have to be able to reliably remember what happened in order to testify. I think it's like the bare minimum requirement. I named him Anonymous TBD in my report, but he thinks TBD is part of his name. Okay, so at least there's an in-universe explanation. You're letting an amnesiac testify? Have no fear, I have already questioned him at length. Is he gonna say his amnesia dates just before the murder or something? While it is true he has utterly forgotten his name and past, his memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact. You know what? This is screwed up, but we're going with it. Considering the dearth of information, any new knowledge may be of help. Therefore, I will permit his testimony. Now, Mr. Anonymous, please tell us what you saw. All right, finally, that was like a long, awkward silence there. The night of the murder. That night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony Pony, the mountain next to the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. Hey, it's a big mouth that guy's got. I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. Maya? When you do the bathing ritual, please tell me you still wear clothes then, because this guy sounds like a perv. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. Hey. Oh, the other way. There we go. I got it right. Hey. His tongue is huge. There's no way you saw his face stab the victim with a dagger. Also, Pony Pony, that's the other peak, right? He couldn't have seen them from there. Because that's what we're probably going to use the poster for. Because check, wrong button. Court record. Check out when you see the poster that had the elevation. So this is probably Mount Pony Pony. And so it's at a lower elevation looking up and they got curtain walls. And so yeah, he's not going to be able to see that. That is bull crap. Yeah, we don't even do a cross-examination. Just say you're a liar. I don't know what he's talking about. He did not
me take a bath. He did not see me naked. You to prove it. To describe what my birthmark looks like. Describe the moles. The constellation of moles I got on my belly. I also have a third nipple. Tell me where it's located. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I don't remember at any rate.
Mount Pony Pony? Oh, the beautiful mountain that is also known as the Little Sanctum? There, yes! They must be talking about that smaller mountain from the poster. Dude, we don't even need to cross-examine him. You're showing the poster. Mr. Imus, I was wondering, what can I do for ya? Do ya for? The inner sanctum lies at a high elevation where the clouds and fog can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it? Good point. No, better point is the curtain. His Majesty raises an excellent question. And he's handsome. And rugged and smells nice. Well, Mr. Imus? On the day of the rite, there wasn't a cloud in the sky, just a giant bird from the poster. I had a perfect view. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day. Yuck!
Do we have the newspaper for that day?
Do we have the newspaper? Oh yeah, that's right, because it has this article. Do we see the weather report? May 9th newspaper. Where's the, is the weather report here somewhere? Wait, escape prisoner alert. Today's purification rite. Where's the weather report? I don't see this here. I couldn't read this beforehand. Yeah, let's take a look. May 9th weather forecast. The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warmer temperature will make for excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, that we'll see a cold front move in overnight. Have we seen this before? It does say calm, clear skies, doesn't it? See? Told you so. May 9th newspaper updated in the court record. Well, it would appear that the witness has offered testimony worth hearing. Mr. Imus, I too have a question for you. Didn't he already question the witness? Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot. How was the accused holding the dagger? With her hands? I need to read some more in the chat. I am so far behind, it's like not even funny. It's normally hilarious when I'm far behind, but not tonight, it is not funny. Nora says, hey, Logan. Boo, That even had a picture of a ghost. It was so realistic. Magpie says, for the rite of fire, of course. Rat with a emote. Nora said, that reminds me, I had a dream last week where the last thing I remember was TTS saying, boo, And Logan just screamed, Nora, that wasn't a dream. That is this chat. Quick said, by the way, the seance was what the guide was color coding, which helped very well for me, lol. I knew instantly what the answers were while reading. Nora said, and then I woke up. Quick said the guide had sounds in green and sight in blue, which was dope. Says, you can do it. I have faith. Just don't pick the wrong statement again. Well, I think that applies to everything in this game. Just don't do the wrong thing. Quick said, you keep being on the right track, wrong train. Yes, thank you, Logan. I think Crystal 133.39. Now I'm over an hour behind. How did that happen? Quick said, man acts like he hasn't seen any cases like this before with switched spots. Crystal said, TTS, you're really bad at your job, Phoenix/J. Nora said, is the English version of AA on Crunchyroll? I think so. Nora says, I mean, on anything else besides Crunchyroll. Oh, that I don't know. Quick Kitty said, aw, snap. Did you change your colors? I kept thinking you were someone else. Oh, to Crystal. Quick Kitty said, I literally thought to myself, man, I wish Crystal was here. Vera said, okay, I'm here, done with the nosebleed. Okay, so you still have blood inside your body, right? Quick Kitty said, yay, stay well, Vero. Nora said, I forgot you can change your color name. Oh, crap, I hit the button again. I keep forgetting that if I use the scroll button for chat, apparently that advances time here. Was she holding it underhanded? Its blade protruding from the bottom of her... And you're leading the witness! Like, this is a legitimate objection. He's leading the witness. Ask him and let him offer up the information, because now he's just going to go, oh yeah, she was doing it the way you said. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Let's see. Nora says, did it work? Oh, now Nora is pink. Vera said, I can be cool about it. Be like, haha, it was because of Phoenix's outfit. And Crystal says, laughing at Queen Katie, Crystal's color looks the same on my screen. It's still green. Queen Katie says, as it should. Crystal said, yep. Oh, darker green color. Nora said, what do the numbers even mean by people's names? Oh, it's for which you voted for in the prediction. Said, oh, I did. It's pink now. Vera said, kids, do not search your symptoms. Oh, that was pinned earlier. Quicketa said, the ones and twos, that's who chose what on the prediction. Crystal says, what choice you picked in the prediction? Vera said, of death. Whoops. Nora said, oh, okay. Quicketa said, that's like the #1 lesson with being sick. Lol. Quicketa said, quote, I wonder why I'm being like this. Looks up one word. I'm dying. Nora said, why is my nose runny? Death. Well, shoot. Rat says, WebMD like, reasons you might feel fatigued. Malnutrition. Cancer, not enough sleep, ooh woo. Nora said, why is my nose running? You died 5 years ago. Well, shoot. I love the well, shoot at the end. Kukita says, oh gosh, no, I know. Magpie says, that made me laugh a little, hee hee. Rat says, ectoplasm. Why are we just shouting ectoplasm? Nora said, yippee! Crystal says, laughing. Magpie says, will the defense please pick a lane? Crystal says, 1:41:50. I am just under an hour behind. Crystal says, wow, almost 2 hours. Rat says, will the defense please stay hydrated, unbothered, thriving? Says Gunmungus. So is that the name of the game? It's just Gunmungus? Quickady said, I snorted at the T-pin. A Magpie says, my first pin, and it's an accidental enter button, laughing. Rat says, get weird, Logan, play the mysterious Skyrim mod game. I just worry because here, I worry because I can't remember how I was loading Skyrim before because I had to load it a weird way because of all the mods. I had like 80 something mods, but I do like that Skyrim. Quickady said, quote, number 49, we should have ripped his face off just for funsies. Persona 5 Royal, September 18, 2023. Hori said, Shurak is done! Now time to organize. Quicketa said, quote number 49, this courtroom right now. Nora said, oh yeah, I remember, I still have the screenshot. Quicketa said, my guide says between the lanterns. What do you mean, game? Magpie says, behold, Maya was standing exactly where I said she was. Thanks for your insights, hedgehog brain. Quicketa said, game is dumb. Nora said, quote, in which now I think very gay. Said, does anyone here watch the English version of the AA anime? I'm sure some people have. I have not, but I know people have talked about it before. Quicketa said, I've only ever seen the Japanese version, and even then, not much. I have seen the bloopers, though. Oh, yeah, someone posted a clip of the bloopers on the Discord. They were really funny. The ones with Pearl were especially funny. Quicketa says, amazing. Nora said, mainly want to watch the English version for Christopher Weckamp, lol. And Rat says, Edgeworth is here. Rat, I need to know, where are you getting these Tron dancing emotes from? Hang on, I need a sip of water. Let's see, Magpie says, it was not the game theory joke. He still is a wholesome being. Okay, good. That's a relief then. Nora said, oh my gosh, Matt Pat is the murderer of this case. Magpie says that'd be the plot twist of the century. He was the murderer in the FNAF musical for Random Encounters, wasn't he? Crystal said, oh, by the way, that reminds me. Like, have you guys heard this? Like, Matt Pat sang a song. And I don't know if they maybe did auto-tune to like spruce it up or something like that. I know they do it a lot, but it sounds good. I feel like most people who are famous for things other than singing, when they try singing, are not that great, but it's actually like, it's pretty good. Just throwing that out there. Let's see, Krista was saying Matt Pat uses his FNAF theories to kill people. You see, that's what he does. He kills people and then creates theories to throw everybody else off the scent. It was never William Afton. It was Matt Pat. Nora said, I was listening to Smosh tell Matt Pat FNAF lore earlier. Magpie says, college is so much better than high school. Like, it is infinitely better. I would do college 10 times over rather than do high school once over. No, absolutely. Nora said, telling some of their friends who know nothing about FNAF. Quicketa says to Vero, it might be almost time for pinning things soon. Not right now, but I might be posting things in this stream. Vero says, I'm ready. Magpie says, it would probably save us all time if we let Maya get executed, to be honest. But Mia would probably come back from the dead to haunt her butt. So, well, I mean, but if she got executed, who would channel Mia to be mad at us? Well, I guess Pearl. And I hate it when Pearl channels Mia. Well, it was awful when she was like an 8-year-old. And because like suddenly the 8-year-old would have, no, it was bad. Nora said, Logan, why is the internet so bad here in the vents? I don't know. Maybe it's like that they're made of metal. Does metal interfere with it? Quicketa said, after this bit, I think right before the up-and-coming cross-examination. Nora said, it keeps crashing. It only crashes during Logan's streams. Crystal laughing says, you in the vents, I'm in the walls. See? Darn it, I can't quite reach the wall back there. But hi, Crystal. Magpie says, oh, yes, I get monies. And Quick says, yes, yay, 900 points. Also, I got to the point where the prediction was done. I got to be catching up. Oh, crap, and I'm scrolling down, and I'm seeing a new first-time chatter in the chat. Let me get to that at least. Crystal with an emote. Vera said, good for you, believers. Nora said, hi. Said the internet is Logan's house is really bad. It kind of is. Queen Katie said, Betty, heart. Magpie says, the Dark Brotherhood plot is pretty good, to be honest. I do highly recommend giving it a shot. And I should do it. I just got a little bit too caught up in like the role-playing aspect of like, this is my character. This is what he would do, you know. Magpie says, I never did get the Fighters Guild plot, the one with the werewolves. That one was not my favorite. I did enjoy one thing about it because my character was never like a murderer. But I feel like everybody in Skyrim playing communities, whatever, hated Nazim in Whiterun. He was the one who's like, oh, I work up in the Cloud District. Aren't I so great and wonderful? So when I got turned into a werewolf for the first time, and you kind of rampage, run around town, everybody's freaking out, I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna headcanon that I'm out of control. I'm not in my right mind, not in control of my actions. I ran straight to Nazim, murdered him, and then I was fine. And then everybody, like when I woke up and came to, there were all these people gathered around his body and they were like, oh, what's wrong with him? Oddly enough, his wife hated me from then on, even though it was a werewolf who killed Nazim. So why does she hate me, the Dragonborn? I do not know. And Magpie says, Thieves Guild for life though, yes! Except there's one thing about the Thieves Guild I hated. I hated that you had to like sell your soul at the end of it. So I downloaded a mod that had an extra like quest to get my soul back. And there's Jet, first time says, hey man, remember me? Oh, that's Jet. Oh, Jet with a new account. Hi, welcome. I'm so sorry I'm far behind. You're probably already gone. You probably already gave up on me. But it's good to see you. I'm just so far behind in the chat. Let me have a sip of water and then we'll play some more of the game. I hope I'm getting closer to catching up because we're like 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. But I love nights that are chatty like this. It makes me so happy to hang out with you guys, even if I'm operating an hour behind all of you. It's like, could you imagine like in person, you get a group hangout and you have like 10 friends all hanging out and 9 of them are all like chatting. And then one guy is out of sync and is responding to stuff from an hour ago. That'd probably get like really awful. But anyway, Jet, if you are still here, or if you can hear me from the Aether or watching the VOD, good to see you. How have you been? Let me have a sip of water, hang on. Okay, so let's get back to Sadmati leading the witness. Was she holding it underhanded, its blade protruding from the bottom of her hand? Yup, I believe she was. Yeah, it's called a reverse grip. I know it because I'm a rebounding player in basketball who dabbles in knives. Ah, I thought as much. Hold it! Yeah, that is leading the witness, you jerk. Hold it right there. What bearing does that have on this case? He's going to claim that in the seance we saw that was how she was holding it, and therefore his testimony is correct. Cease your interruptions, you putrid-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance in how the blade was held? Why don't you enlighten me, oh enlightened one? Okay, yes, that is not an insult to call me enlightened. There, I knew you were a fool. I can already picture you in your next life. Next life? Yes, after your soul writhes for centuries in the pits of heck. It's a okie dokie artichoke. You shall be reborn as a witless sea urchin with barbs limited to your posterior. So at least he'll look the same. You shall live a short, inconsequential life, only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter. I don't think that's what that sea otter do. Eating me isn't what it ought to do. Otter do? Is this thing on? Otter do? Testing, otter do? That was a bit excessive. I simply asked what the dagger grip had to do with the case. Now pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what actions she took. Bye-bye, butterfly. Bye-bye, Butterfree. You were saying that the victim was killed while he had his back to the accused. Is that correct? Yes. As such, the accused's dagger grip tells us something very important. Oh, is it gonna be holding like this means that she could like reach around to the front and stab like that? I feel like that'd be kind of hard because the way your elbow bends. The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around it. Except we saw in the seance, like even if her interpretation was bad, the actual content of the seance was true. We saw like the Lady Kira person and he rushed and the Kira person was holding the knife and then why are we all so dumb? The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around him, and plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen using a reverse grip. She also honked his left man boob. Just thought you should know that. Seems like the type of thing she would do. And Maya over in the corner, yeah, he's right. I do like to honk the left man boob. It's my signature move. What? I thought her signature move was twerking the nips like that, giving little twisters. Thus, Mr. Immis's testimony clears up any doubts that might remain. Man boob. And it coincides with her benevolence's insights as well. This is a disaster. I thought I'd blown those insights out of the water, but now they're back to haunt me. How does this coincide with her insights we saw in front of him? The Lady Kira holding the knife. Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Oh, great. We made it to the cross-examination. Everybody. We should save before we cross-examine the night of the murder. Okay, let's save before we do this. I did enjoy the last chapter. This chapter is... My patience is fraying like an old rope. Nora said, oh, I just broke my neck. Oh, cracked. I feel like I used to be able to do that better when I was younger, like in high school. I could like get a really nice crack on my neck, but it's just from that. I had a friend who would also do that, but he would do it by grabbing his head and going like, snap, and doing really snap. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna kill yourself one day. Fabius! How you doing? Says Dark Brotherhood is an option for fun rather than moral. I know, and I ought to have taken that. Like I said, I just got too into the role-playing element of Skyrim. I know, a role-playing game that I was role-playing. I shouldn't have done that. But how you doing, Fabius? Good to see you. Nora said, cracked, not broke. Vera says, welcome. Nora said, I cracked my neck, not broken. No, we got it. We got it, Nora. By the fact that you were alive and able to type. I think we figured. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what breaking your neck does. I always assume it just makes you paralyzed from the neck down. Quickly said BDG equals Brian David Gilbert. Okay, I am sorry. I'm dumb. I should have known that. Quickly said, AKA the unhinged guy at Polygon before he was finally freed out into the wild to never suffer again. Said, man had dope videos. Jet said, playing some Ace Attorney. Oh, I am. Although at times it feels like the game is playing me, to be honest. Magpie says, some of the books also train you when you open them. Oh yeah, that's why I always open every book, because yeah, you get that. You'll get like a skill point, right? Gold Ribbon of Merit levels archery, if I remember correctly. And the Meridia's Beacon Quest. Oh my gosh, only happens if you read one of the books, I think. What was it that you would always hear? It was always so loud, like, a new hand has touched the beacon. I remember, like, I jumped when that happened, because it came out of the blue. But yeah, I would always open every book. And I think I'd even, like, thumb through the pages, but I almost never actually read them. Because I would do that to see if I got, like, because sometimes you'd also get, like, quest updates and things like that. And then if there was an actual quest update, then I'd open it and then like see if there was any content that I need to know for like a location to go to. Rat said, too much cheese. Magpie says, Lemony Snicket, a series of unfortunate events. I don't know why my brain farted on that. Rat and Magpie with some emotes. Rat says, he heard you. Jet says, hello, it's me, Jet. I see you now. And Rat has a hydrate. This water's empty. I gotta open a new one. Thank you very much. But again, how you doing, Jet? Good to see you. Sip of water time. Thank you very much. Can you, by the way, I should ask, can you guys, because several months ago, about 6 or 7 or 8 months ago, I moved the microphone a bit closer. When I'm drinking, can you guys hear me swallow? Is it gross? Crystal said, yeah, the one by Lemony Snicket. Magpie says, time check, 2:01:30. I'm still almost an hour behind. I'm never catching up. Rat says to Jet, try redeem. He might see us sooner. I think there's a 30 delay between where he is and where we are in chat. Fear said he's a bit behind in chat. Crystal says, I don't think it's a bit. Rat says 30 minute. Bucky says present. Crystal says, yep, he's 30 minutes behind. Jorge said, oh my gosh, Rooster Teeth. I'm so mad they shut down. I love their D&D podcast. See, I feel like the only thing Rooster Teeth did that I saw was they did a Transformers webtoon ages ago. and only got like a couple episodes into it because it was, I hate to say it was not great. They had some very interesting like casting choices in it that were very cool. But it was like just from the production side, not great. Like some of the performances were good. Nora said, Hori, which one? Hori said they went independent, but still they had more funding with a parent company. Quick Kitty said if it's what I think it is, they managed to find something else to keep going. I've been seeing their TikToks. Speaking of D&D stuff, so I gotta ask you guys, especially you, Hori, since you know D&D stuff. So of course you have on Amazon Vox Machina, which I've been meaning to watch more of. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes and I was enjoying it and I kind of got off track. Didn't Critical Role, like I hear they're doing another series from one of their other campaigns? Is this true? Is this correct? I saw like an animatic thing posted online and some character designs, and that sounds really cool. Hori says to Nora, Tales from the Stinky Dragon. It's a new one. I'm a patron for them. Nora said, oh yeah, I've been listening to them. Hori said, yeah, Tales from the Stinky Dragon is still going. I'm a patron, so I get the C-Squad updates and such. What's a C-Squad update? That sounds cool. Nora says, I only found out about Rooster Teeth because of Ruby, to be honest. Queen Kitty says, nice. Nora says, but I'm really sad they shut down. Rad with an emote. Hori says, oh yeah, I wished Montiome was still around so he could run the show. His fight choreography was top tier. I would love to try and like be a DM in a D&D campaign. That just seems like so much fun. Queen Kitty said, oh, I forgot he still has to present something. Lol. Nora said, I do love how the show has progressed after that, but it's really unfortunate. And said, Logan, I can see you through the vent. I'm giving you the big scary eyes. Did it work? Are you scared? Rat says, I gotta go, get packed for work tomorrow. Bye everybody, bye future Logan, bye Rat. I know you already left like an hour ago, but thank you for popping in. It was so good to see you. Hopefully I can catch another one of your streams soon. Hori said, how are y'all in the vents? I've been chilling in the basement in my enclosure. Yeah, Nora came in the vents because she's like breaking into the house and is trying to force herself into the voicing and the streams and things. Hori said, oh, I read that. Jet said, me and Logan were in a play together. Been so long. It's been like, here's the thing, like actually I was gonna say something about some current play type of stuff, but yes. But again, Jet, how you doing? Actually, I don't know why I'm like acting like you haven't responded. I only saw you and said that like a few minutes ago. But I hope you're doing well, and then when like an hour from now when I get to your comment, you're gonna be saying, I am doing great. But yes, I hope you're well. Nora said, Logan vents have really bad internet. I'm working on finding the basement door to let y'all out. Rat says, theater fam. The theater that I perform with is so great. But here's a conundrum that I find myself in. I used to, back in the day, perform on Fridays and Saturdays, improv. And ever since the pandemic lockdown undid, we've only been doing Saturdays. And that's why one of the stream nights have been Fridays. But I found an opportunity where I might be able to perform improv with a couple of my friends and a few new people that I don't really know very well on Fridays, maybe a few months from now. I'd have to totally change the stream schedule, but I'd really like to be able to perform like twice a week now, so I don't know. I might have to like shift one of the nights over to something else. Maybe like a Monday night or probably maybe a Wednesday, maybe a Saturday afternoon? I don't know. Probably not Saturday afternoon. I feel like time zones already make this difficult enough for some of y'all. Let's see, Quickity said me waiting in the seats for Logan. Oh, that's a cute little emote. Magpie says, my favorite mod was a Skyrim mod that made the Luna moths glow, but it stopped being supported. I just thought it was such a sweet little change. I love like all the little, here's the great thing about Skyrim. The game itself, just vanilla, is broken, buggy. It's an okay game, but the modding community was so robust that you could turn that game into whatever you want it to be. You could make the game the best game you've ever played by just tailoring it to your own personal taste, and I loved that. Magpie says that, and Inigo, best companion, he knows how to speak. He's the Khajiit one, right? I heard Toilet Duck. Huh?
Critical Role might be. I don't keep up with Critical Role, but it's very likely they're gonna adapt either the Mighty Meme or Bell's House into a show as well. Also, C-Squad is their superhero 5e conversion.
Ooh.
My fave character is a little nerdy guy named Dorcas who is spec'd as a changeling mastermind.
Oh, a changeling mastermind rogue, but is considered a shapeshifter in universe. I'm nerdy enough to know this by taking their ability descriptions they give and matching them to the appropriate classes and species. That is so cool. Yeah, I don't know which one it is that the Critical Role might be doing, but I think it's pretty awesome. And thank you. That's cool. Like they do a superhero. I like that. Oh, that is awesome. I might have to check some of these things out. I wish I had money to like be able to be patrons on people's Patreons and things. Every now and then I'll see like some cool like artist or video maker or something like that has patrons, because they'll always do like videos where it's like, here's my patrons that helped out, and they'll have like splash screen at the end. And then I wish I had the money to do that. So that is awesome that you're supporting them, Jorge. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. But yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about, oh yeah, the mods. Inigo, yes, he was best companion. He knows how to sneak. I never downloaded him, but he looked good. I also loved, there was another one that was a fully voiced companion that I never downloaded, but I thought it was neat that she was fully voiced. And because there was this, when I started getting into the mods, there was this series of a YouTube video series that I started watching. What was it? Crap, what was it called? I'm sure you've seen it. This guy had all these jokes, and some of his catchphrases was always about for immersion and stuff like that. And he ended up like meeting the girl, like because he like reviewed the mod, he met the girl who voiced it, and like the two of them ended up dating, and it's like, that's adorable. Let's see. Nora said, okay, but if she does come back, would you consider letting me VA for her? Letting you Virginia her? I don't even know what that means. Virginia her? I hardly know her. Evie says, oh, Logan, my hip hasn't hurt for 2 days now. I forgot to take my prescribed leave today and still felt fine. I guess I'm back to normal. Thank goodness. I'm so glad, Evie. Quick Kitty said, Phoenix, if only I had some sort of note saying, hey, if you do this, I'll go after you, implying it's a threat against Teresa's life. Well, toss his letter in the trash. I don't like it when they spoon feed this stuff. But then again, other times I'm so lost, so maybe they should. Nora said, someone help me convince Logan to let me voice Athena. Jet says, heck yeah. Crystal with quote number 190, the dog is helping me cheat at board games. Persona 3 Reload, August 17th, 2024. Bach is back! Bach is back! How you doing, Bach? You probably got back an hour ago because we're already over the 3-hour mark, but how you doing? Saying hello, everyone. Someone please, in the past, an hour ago, tell Bach that I'm so far behind in chat. I don't want our new friends to think I'm ignoring people. Quickity says, 2:14. I'm still over 45 minutes behind. Vera said, Bach, you return! Nora said, put it in the vent. Here, I think in order, for the speed's sake, any quotes and things like that I see, I will have to skip over. Nora said, the exact right position. Ha, ba-dum-tss. Bach says, nice to see you again. Vera said, yeah. Beowulf said, yes. Lean your head down, gently pinch the bridge of your nose, and breathe through your mouth. So that's what you do for nosebleeds? Huh. Nora said, hemophilia is internal bleeding, right? Or is that something else? No, hemophilia is, I believe, when you don't produce enough hemoglobin. So it can lead to internal breathing. Like if you're a hemophiliac and you get a tear in like your stomach lining or your throat or something like that. Because like my dad, I mentioned before, he was a stroke victim, and after he had his stroke, he was on blood thinners for a long time to prevent future blood clots. But he also had a condition called Barrett's disease, because he had really bad acid reflux. It would kick acid up into his throat, and Barrett's disease was a thinning of the esophageal membrane, like so in his throat. And it ended up being a dangerous combination because when the acid would kick up, he would be prone to get cuts in his esophagus. For a normal person, that's not a big deal. It hurts, it's painful, whatever, you heal from more. But the blood thinners would make him then hemorrhage blood into his stomach. So it was like something we always had to monitor and be very, very worried about. So hemophilia can cause internal bleeding, but it's not the same thing. I said it's like where you're more susceptible to internal bleeding. Am I thinking of something else? Yeah, it's pretty close. Vera said, nope, it's when it's hard for the bleeding to stop. Nora said, oh, right. Vera said, I have a mild case of it, so I'm fine. That's good. I'm glad. Nora said, because you don't have like a clotting agent. What am I thinking of? No, that's what it is, hemoglobin. And I think there's also a difference between clotting and clumping, but I can never remember. Quickita said, soon, I'm screeching. Nora said, I'm so confused. Bucky says, Keck. Quickita said, my message asking Vera for pins was 30 minutes ago. Bucky says, Logan, please be Maya's official VA. Okay, I would love that, but to be absolutely honest, if I could pick one person in Ace Attorney to professionally voice act, it'd be Judge Udgy. It'd be Judge Udgy all day and night. I love Judge Udgy. The problem is if I do too much of his voice all at once, it does start to hurt. So it'd have to be short recording sessions, but I do love him. Vera says, Logan time. Quickity said, I've been copying the same message in my notes because I'm paranoid I'll lose it somehow when it happens, lol. Nora said, isn't hemophilia also with internal bleeding? It's really hard to stop? Well, yeah, we talked about it. Quickity said, I know, but my soul screams for fun times. Nora said, because one of the Romanovs had it. Quickity says, yes, and a clip from Vero. Now we get to see really how far behind we are. If there are lurkers, I'm so sorry it's taking me so long to get back in the game. What?
If I could pick a character for you to voice, it's gonna be Brushell. And Judge Udgy.
Not Brushell. Not Brushell. Just Brushell. That one really hurts after a while. I'm glad you enjoy it, but those have to be very short recording sessions. But I'm glad that you enjoy the voice. I hate to say it, but I think we should consider that voice semi-retired. I mean, we'll still see some more in Persona 3, but say like after Persona 3, I'm probably never gonna attach that to another character. It hurts too much. Ed Ogawa has taught me that, but I'm glad that you enjoy it, Jorge. I'm just sorry that because of my pain, we might not see much more of it. Okay, let's check out this clip. Thank you for the 10 bits. This clip is titled, Read the Room, Nick, 44 minutes ago. I'm still so far behind. I don't like where this is going. The defense's claims are but vile blasphemy, tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother. Is it really that big of a deal, Maya?
Oh, you did? You were so dead. Like, Phoenix, I don't know what is wrong with you. I knew you were a bad lawyer, but can't you read the room? Do you not respect cultures when you visit other countries? Abbot Inmi was a distinguished monk and very well respected too, so yeah, you're gonna die. Ah!
Actually, the fact that I was breaking character and chuckling kind of works for that. But I feel bad whenever I catch myself accidentally saying Phoenix instead of Nick as Maya. I feel like that was out of character of me. I'm sorry, but thank you for the clip. Nora said, yeah, because it doesn't clot, so internal bleeding is really deadly. Or it was a lot more deadly back then because they didn't have what we do today. Even with what we have today, it's still super, super dangerous. My dad did have that happen to him at one point. Had to rush him to the hospital. He lost approximately half the blood in his body. They were like doing these frantic blood transfusions. It was horrible. Quickity said, little does he know. Magpie says, my guy! Nora said, I've been yapping about this for like 5 minutes. We're not even on the topic anymore. Said, oh my gosh, it's the guy who I headcanoned was Lady Kira. Crystal says, who's this anonymous man? Did you already know, or was this after his name was printed? Magpie says, Brokow Tov Prison kinda hits, not gonna lie. Well, that's what it should have been. Because that sounds like a cool first name for one thing. Brokow Tov Prison. Bucky says, not a big guy. Nora says, real. Crystal laughing. Nora said, let's see. Magpie says, oh, you're gonna like this. Nora says, I'm excited. Crystal said, he'll be disappointed. Bucky says, best name ever. Crystal laughing. Nora says, anonymous. Quinkity said, as it happens, his French name. Oh yeah, it was incognito. Vera laughing. Nora says, anonymous. Oh my gosh. Says, that's so terrible. Quinkity said, I knew Logan would hate the name. Magpie says, I like the French name. Laughing. Nora says, it's so funny, but so terrible. Quinkity said, me too, I had to share it as well. Don't forget the French name I posted too. I at least like that they gave an in-universe explanation for why this name is bad. They say that Nayuta Submati just wrote it down as a like John Doe type of thing, so he's anonymous. So that does make sense. But that is totally That's a Rebel, right? That's totally who this is. Let's see. Nora said, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out. It said incognito. I was so confused. Quinkity said Betty Hart. Okay, Quinkity, every time I mention Betty Defame, do you have to do that? Like if I just suddenly go, Betty Defame, you have to type in Betty Hart. Nora said Betty and Body were amazing. I miss them. I want them to have a spin-off game where you just like do magic tricks and solve puzzles. Let's see, Quinkity said, thank you, puzzles. Vera said, he was clipping. Crystal laughing. Quinkity said, that should be the last name pun for the case, I think. Okay, oh, and Vera with a clip, and that's probably what this is gonna be. This will also help us get another update on the time, because each one of these clips comes with a timestamp on it. This clip is titled, He Thought AA6 Had Good Name Puns. And this is 43 minutes ago. The other one that we saw like 10 minutes ago was 44 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh. Anonymous TBD would be to be determined. Anonymous to be determined. I need to listen to that with the volume up. I'm curious if you guys could hear me hitting my head on the mic or not. Anonymous. So you know what? He's 4chan. He's hackers on steroids. Oh my gosh. I'm still. They're not even trying. Oh. But thank you very much for the clip, Vero. Immortalizing my disappointment in this shaggy man. Magpie says, I have watched it with the.
The rest of the title is He Mad, like that one name.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it was cut off there. Okay, thank you so much for the 10 bits, Vero. He Mad. Okay, I appreciate that. I always think of the UMass. What was the... Actually, no, I'm not going to get into old memes and things. I should just keep reading. Magpie says, I have watched it, but I didn't have to deal with subscription stuff for reasons I forget. Quickita said, boo, I clicked the back button by mistake and lost some of the chat backlog. Nora said, I have done that too many times to count. Quickita said, to be honest, I love the French version of this game. I want to meet the people behind it. Lol. Bucky with some emotes. Crystal saying, oh, some raid suggestions. I was like, well, this is gibberish. Let me copy these down into my text file over here. Yeah, because we're 3 hours and 10 minutes. I hope you guys don't mind. We are going long tonight. And it's my own fault, really, huh?
Oh, you mean you mad, bro? Over the troll face?
Yeah, there was the troll face and... Oh, no. I was thinking of the one where the guy was like, ugh. But yeah, it was the you mad bro over the troll face. But like I said, I probably should limit the number of conversations I go to. But yes, that is the one that I was thinking of. I used to have like an app on my phone that was nothing but a library of copy and pastable, like, meme faces. But thank you very much, Jorge. I'm glad you remember. Magpie said that would require him to be a turncoat. Oh, and Kristen with another one. Hang on, I gotta copy this one down as well. Nora saying, do you know how some people reach out to artists and ask for commissions? Someone messaged me asking if they'd like to, saying they'd like to do a drawing for me that I pay for. What in the world do I respond with? Nah, bro, I'm broke. Yeah, I mean, just say, nah, bro, I'm broke. I love artists that do commissions, but like messaging people saying like, hey, pay me to do this. No, that is rude. That goes against like proper protocol. So yeah, totally message back and say, nah, bro, I'm broke. That is fine. I mean, you can be polite as well, but I mean, obviously don't be like mean or a jerk, like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? But it's like, yeah, if you don't have money, that's fine. Magpie says, no, thank you, because that's some whack behavior for an artist if you didn't ask them first. Exactly. I've reached out to artists and asked for commissions when they've said commissions are open. I've gotten them. A lot of these pictures on the walls are commissions. Most of them are from conventions, though. Magpie says, source, me. I've done commissions and can't imagine having that kind of gall. Quickgator said, no, thank you, then block, lol, if you didn't reach them first. Nora said, quote, actually, I reached out to you because I was thinking maybe I can get a chance to draw something for you, but if you have some budget for it, maybe something from Ruby or something else is the message. It's still weird. Unless like you know this person outside of that, that's weird. Quickgator said, odds are either they're being rude and entitled or it's a scam, huh? Wow. Vera says, Nora says, okay, Logan, what did I say? Quickgator said, yoinking ice cream. Have fun with Larry 2.0. Spoilers, he's something. We're probably gonna have to wait till next time to find out everything of his something. Nora said, that reminds me there's a message sitting in my request inbox on Reddit of someone asking me if I can do a camp drawing, lol. But like of characters as adults, I drew Space Kid because he's a little baby and easy to draw. No clue how to draw adults in camp, so just never responded. And then Nora says, boo, ah! Quickgator said, I have yoinked ice cream. Success. Nora said, oh my gosh, you stole Neo. Quickgator said, the chocolate ones at least. Nora said, chat, my brain just Ruby. Yeah, Logan, you sing right now? I sing right now? I what right now? Said chat, who is Mia? Oh, Mia! You don't know Mia? Okay, so, Nora, we gotta tell you about Mia. Was Phoenix's mentor when he was first becoming a lawyer and was Maya's older sister and the victim of the first murder case. She was murdered, and that was the first time Maya was falsely accused of murder, and she was like 15 at the time or something like that. So she was just like a little kid. That's how we basically unofficially adopted her. But here's the problem with Mia. Mia had what we scientifically refer to as big boobas. And so whenever that Maya or somebody else would channel Mia, whenever Maya channels a ghost, she transforms into the physical appearance of that ghost. The only slight difference is like hair color doesn't change and like keeps on the same clothes she's wearing. And with the robe that Maya wears, whenever she would channel Mia, she would just suddenly grow these gigantic, shall we say, badonkers with this plunging neckline from her robe, which was not great. That was kind of bad to see like a 15 or 16-year-old do that. Even worse was when Pearl, Maya's young cousin who could also channel Ghost, who was like 8 years old at the time, would channel Mia, and then suddenly the 8-year-old would grow immense bazungas. I'm running out of scientific terms here. So that's Mia. But she was the one who always taught Phoenix Wright, like, a lawyer in the hardest times always shows the biggest smiles and stuff like that. So she was a nice character, but just had that medical condition of gargantuan Canuckers. Yes. And yes, I pronounce the K, because I think saying knockers sounds just rude. Quigator said, Maya's older sister. I could have just said that. Nora said, interesting. Quigator said, or Vero's cat. Vera said, yep. Nora said, I have no idea where to go for my meeting at school tomorrow. They gave me no info besides date and time. Well, if you get there early, maybe you can just like stop by the office and find out. Jet said, I haven't. I found your Discord. There we go. Weedle says, yippee. Nora said, I'm a rebounding player in basketball who dabbles in knives. Oh, and Vero added the quote. I'm glad you liked that. Nora said, so at least he'll look the same. Vero saluting. Nora said, fun otter fact, by the way. Otters have pocket-like slits in their fur, which they keep their favorite rock in. Cutie, I know that they would like keep their favorite rock and sometimes like hold it when they sleep on their backs and hold hands so they don't like drift down the river. I have also heard, however, that certain species of otters can be incredibly violent. And have been known to like grab monkeys and drag them underwater and brutally murder them as a gang. Quigator said, no, not Butterfree. I know, it's so sad. Nora said, bye Butterfree. Me starts violently sobbing. That episode's still so sad.
TTS if violent, why cute shaped?
I know, well, it's the same thing with like cats. Cats are like vicious predators, but they're adorable. So as long as they're not predating you, then they can still be friend. They can be friend. Murderer can be friend. It's fine. But thank you very much to the TTS, appreciate that. But yeah, I've had Pokemon on the brain recently ever since I got sad because Rachel Lillis died. Chris said, what, when was this? Laughing. It was a quote that you did, because it was hubbub, knee deep in what? Poop? But whose poop was it? Apollo Justice. I don't even remember that either. Nora said, when was that? Vera said, took us 3 hours, by the way. Nora said, wait, I think I remember that quote. Crystal was saying, Nora says, I just broke my neck, cracked my neck, not broke it, me. Crystal's laughing. Nora said, Queen Katie said, by the way, Logan, if you ever want to see it, I posted the Skyrim video at the start of the stream in the Discord. It's a very fun watch. I will check it out. We did introduce Skyrim a little bit in that one Persona 5 video when I drank the Grimace Shake, if y'all remember. Nora said, if I broke my neck, I would currently not be watching this. Yeah, you'd probably, hopefully be en route to the hospital. Unless you like broke your neck and were stuck. What kind of nightmare would that be? That'd be like a Twilight Zone episode. Like, oh, I froze. My camera died. There we go. But it'd be like a Twilight Zone episode. Like, I'm sitting down to watch a streamer, gonna stretch my neck, crack. Oh, now I'm paralyzed. And now I'm stuck watching the streamer forever. It's like a nightmare scenario. Queen Katie said, amazing. We're only check Sky 30% of the trial so far. Also, I hate this witness, by the way, even though I love him. Said like he literally is a Larry 2.0 man. But nice. Crystal says 2:55:14. I'm still 20 minutes behind. Quigator said he's a good dude. Crystal says, what's the difference of regular D&D and D&D campaigns? Well, like D&D is the game. A campaign is like you and your friends all having a cast of characters and a specific DM. So it's like the quest that you're on, with your little storyline. So D&D is like the game. The campaign is what you and your friends are doing in the game, if that makes sense. Magpie says, I've DM'd, can confirm, it's lots of fun, but also if you're not skilled at improv like me, it's so challenging, very high energy. See, I would love that. But I would also be like so tempted to just like run with the stupid crap that would make it super chaotic. But yeah, Nora says, I love D&D. Vera said, I got the Spider-Man jitters as if I sensed the stare and looked away. Oh, there we go. Bale with the raid suggestion. Oh, Vitamin DGR. That's on my friends list. I will check that as well. Thank you very much, Beowulf. Let me copy that over here. Crystal saying, ooh. Nora said, I started because of Stranger Things 2 years ago. Magpie says, I was a fool, and over quarantine, I hosted the same game for several hours, 2 to 3 times a week, because I had no idea how to make things the right size for a single session. Lol. Kind of burnt myself out a little, but it was so fun. Well, and during the the quarantine, you had to find stuff to do. Nora said, I never DM'd, but I'm working on writing a campaign right now. Quigator said, oh, and there's a toilet duck. I don't know if I actually listened to toilet ducks. Hang on, I do gotta save. I think I saved here. But thank you very much, Queen Katie. Queen Katie said, the bell what? Never heard of that one, lol. Nora said, the only D&D campaigns I listen to are Tales from a Sticky Dragon and The Encounter Table. Well, I feel like, but the Sticky Dragon, that's the one that Jorge mentioned, right? Magpie says, Inigo is absolutely worth it as a mod. Fully voiced, thousands and thousands of lines, real personality, knows how to sneak and avoid traps. He even changes his voice volume when he speaks. I should check him out. If I ever do a new playthrough, I absolutely should. Magpie. I forgot the question I always ask people when they mention Skyrim, because I will totally judge everyone who answers this question. Who, if anybody, who did you choose to marry? because I feel like it says a lot about somebody who they choose to marry in Skyrim. Nora said, I want to try. Magpie says, oh, that's a sweet story about the other voiced mod. I know, I wish I could remember the name of that guy's channel, though. He has some really funny videos. Hori said to Nora, I listen to Tales, NADPod, and The Call. Oh, and Dungeons and Daddies, in parentheses, not a BDSM podcast. Well, Hori, were you here when I was asking who here had heard about Fartbuckle recently? I think so. I think I brought it up because you had been here. I hope more people have heard about Fartbuckle. I eventually posted the video on Discord. Nora said, Virginia, you know I mean voice act Logan. I know, I was making a joke. Hori said, the new series is Mighty Nain. Critical Role is working with Amazon and Titmouse. I think it looks interesting, the little tiny snippet I saw of it, so I'm excited. I need to finish watching Vox Machina, though. Vera said, Brushel, yes, he did such a good Brushel voice. Oh, but it hurt. The pain, the physical pain. Quigita said, if I had to voice anybody in AA, it's Betty and Trucy. I actually really enjoyed doing Betty and Bonnie's voice once we figured out what they were. Said, and maybe a certain somebody from Miles 2 who is a dork. Nora said, if I had to voice anybody in AA, it's, never mind. Y'all already know. What the bahar?
Fartbuckle? He who saved the world and his
Yes.
party? Yes, I heard of him. Also, it's pronounced Mighty Nine.
Nine.
But it's spelled like the German word for no.
Oh, that's why I was confused. Okay, I'm glad you heard of Fartbuckle, because when I brought him up a few weeks ago, like, nobody knew what I was talking about. I posted the video in Discord. Did you see that, like, Danny Glover, like, responded to it? Because it was his song, of course, that it was all set to, and he did a little video where he was just, like, it was just a little doodle that he drew, I think, of himself sitting there looking sad. It's like, he saved his friends. But yeah, I love that meme so freaking much. So it makes me so happy that you know what I'm talking about, Jorge. Unless you just thought because I mentioned it on Discord. Even if you did, that's still awesome. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I clicked like on so many Fartbuckle videos on TikTok. Let's see. Quigete said, me and Crystal have been giggling in evil whispers about this dude's name. Lol. And then Betty, Hart, Nora says, hee. Vera said, laughing. Nora says, yeah, Betty and Bonnie's spin-off game. I would play it. I would so play it. Nora said, I'm fine with going over. Jorge said, Rage Comics. So good. That's what they were called. Rage Comics. Yes. Evie said, that's awkward about the art. Lol. Quigete said, love how all of the Apollo Justice Trilogy streams at the moment are currently in Dual Destinies. Lol. Or at least I think so. I mean, it's 3D, so it's a flipped coin. Oh, you mean like on Twitch? Are we the only Spirited Justice one? Nora says, lore drop. How many murders has Maya been accused of? I want to say this is 4, but it might be 3. I want to say 4. I think this is the 4th. Because there was yeah, I want to say 4. I could be wrong. Quigita said, to be honest, this dude takes a long amount of time, lol. Like, ... half of the guide, so yeah, save for an extreme regardless. That's making me worried. Bucky says Maya has killed a lot of people. Oh, and Krista with even more raid suggestions. Hang on, let me copy these down. Oh, lurkers, please be excited. I know a lot of lurkers tend to jump ship whenever I say like, there's raid suggestions here. So if you're a lurker who doesn't, just know that I love you. I want to say even more than other people, but I'm going to be honest, I try to spread the love out evenly. But I just know that, yes, I do love you very much. Okay, but yes, I'm just going to copy these ones down as well. Nora says, Queen Katie said, that's Ace Attorney for ya, lol, life. Nora said, I just searched her up. Crystal says, Mia is our regular MILF. Well, I don't think she was a mom. Mia's not my type, though. Mia was nice, but she had, don't forget, she had the Diego Armando owning her heart. Nora said, respectfully, she's kind of hot. Crystal says, she is. Bucky said, there's a reason we call otters river gangsters in our inner circle. I like that. River gangsters. Crystal says, murderer can be friend for real. And then injustice we trust. Oh, so true. I was just editing. I don't know if this will be good, but I edited just today a Fulbright video that'll probably be going up on TikTok in about a week and a half or so. I think about a week. And it was just a stupid little one where he's saying that Damien Tenma is like, he said he wouldn't speak to any of us. His exact words were, I'll say nothing to you mortals or something like that. Then it got really sad and other such stuff. And I did.
Big bonkers, but no one can be comparable to the receptionist on AI Somnium Files.
But she owned it though. She made that her whole thing. I actually, I do think that her interactions though with Date were pretty darn fun. Even though I'm not a particular big badonkers enjoyer, she was a pretty great character, but thank you for the TTS. But yeah, I just did the stupid joke where it's like, and then he said some swears, and I can't repeat them or my mom will be mad. I don't know if people like it, but it makes me laugh. Nora said, I love otters. They're my favorite animal. My favorite. Actually, have I told you my favorite? Maybe we should do a prediction sometime if I haven't. Vera said, it's taken more than 20 minutes to catch up. Nice to see chat so chatty. Crystal says, laughing. Oh, Nora said, yeah, just a session. Magpie says, running with the stupid crap is half the fun. I love the stupid crap. I just like half the time catch myself mid stupid crap and then go, crap. Is nobody else on board with this? Am I the only one? It's one thing when I'm doing like a live stage show, like I'm doing an improv show, because then if I'm doing something that isn't going well, I can like look out of the audience and I can feel that and I can change course. With this, since I'm living an hour in the past, I can't change course until it is far too late. Nora said, so like could be weeks or months or even just a day even. Or I said a campaign is a story, D&D is the rules you play with. But you don't need D&D to have a campaign. There are different tabletop games out there. Chris says, ooh, okay, understood. Magpie says, in my D&D game, we had a player whose character was illiterate flirt with the centaur girl who worked at the library. Eventually, he found an item called horseshoe of a different color, and they would just change the color of mounts because I thought it was cute. He gave it to his centaur girlfriend, and she went from being a drab gray centaur to a new bright color every time they hung out. It was so cute. You see, that's the kind of crap that I love when you just run with it, because why not? It's fun. Vera says to Nora, 4, I think. Oh, so was I right? Magpie says, I believe married Lydia because she was the only companion I liked, but I would have married Brynjolf in a heartbeat. None of the vanilla NPCs who were marryable really had much going for them, to me, sadly. Okay, yeah, a friend of mine married Lydia. I'm gonna be honest, I was not a fan of Lydia. I sold her to the Blades. my marriage was Braylina Marion, who is the dark elf that in the college of Winterhold? Was that what it's called? The college? The mage college where you had like the 3 friends there? And I just liked her. She was cool. She was just a cool dark elf friend. Hori said, Childish Gambino saying Rip Fart Buckle at a concert cements his name in history. Okay, no, I saw like a link about that, so he actually said Rip Fart Buckle. Quick Kitty said, I was hoping to find somebody who is in the Apollo Justice first game session, but alas, nobody. But yeah, Twitch. Nora said, in my D&D campaign that was a one-shot, there was a princess and her father. The king was evil and could turn into a were-tiger, and we had to take him on only for him to die to arthritis. One of our members in the middle of the fight just started flirting with the princess, and at the end, the one-shot, the princess gave us all gifts, but have the girl who flirted with a ring. And then we all died, so we never saw their happy ending. You guys, if you want to see some fun D&D, you guys got to talk to Eglund, who has some really, really great D&D characters, such as Bread Bowl. Nora says, however, in our next campaign, the princess came back, but I'll save that story for Discord because I can't type anymore. Crystal was saying, Dante was awesome. Oh, I got to be close to catching up. Nora said, I searched up that person. Interesting, the amount of blurred images is crazy. Wait, what? Blurred images, what? Crystal said, yawns, me EP. Oh, we're getting close. Nora said, same here. Nora said, what was the 4 for? Is the number of times Maya had been accused of murder. Crystal says, sleep, not yet, we're so close, we're so close. Hori said, in our recent Call of Cthulhu, we had to find out if McDonald's existed around 1960, and it did. Speaking of which, I gotta tell you a joke from last night's improv show that I was proud of, okay? We did a run of scenes where it was just this odd thing where basically a radioactive dung beetle bit somebody and caused a dung beetle zombie apocalypse. So instead of turning into zombies, you turn into like human dung beetles. But society just kept going where everybody was dung beetles. And we did a scene where we cut to a fast food restaurant, which I named McDonald's. McDonald's. Did I say that right? McDonald's. And I was proud of that. Nora said, make me. Vera said, times Maya was accused of murder. Nora says, oh, Crystal stabs. Vera says, he's catching up. Quickita says, soon. Crystal says, yeah. Quickita said, I'm so tired. Nora said, for the receptionist lady. Oh, yeah, there's probably a lot of inappropriate fan art about her. You should check it on TikTok. I have some videos where you can just see who she is. They are totally appropriate. Although there is, speaking of boobs, I did one video about it. I could have made it about a 3-minute long video about talking about her boobs, but I cut it down like 30 or 40 seconds instead. Crystal said, you're getting close. Vera said, took him like 40 minutes, but he made it. Yahoo! Crystal said, go Logan. Quickita said, Logan, no! Nora said, help, what? Quickita said, also love how this man has been doing the same mustache fidget for 40 minutes straight. Has it been that long? Vera said, he's fidgety there. 3 hours and 29 minutes even. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Hang on, I got to catch my breath for just a second here. As I check out our various raid suggestions, I got to see which of them are even still live. right now. Oh wait, what's this? One of them looks to be playing Omori, but with like, oh, but it's like chat character portraits over the characters. I don't know what that is. That's tempting, but who has, but this other one has fewer viewers. But I also haven't seen that game. Oh, and there's a and there's Danganronpa 2! Oh. And that has even fewer viewers. Okay, we gotta go with the fewer viewers than Danganronpa 2, but I gotta figure out later what that Omori one was all about. Although, hang on! Crap, no, we can't do it because this Danganronpa one is right where the spoilers for the first chapter. So, we gotta do it this way. So we're gonna do the other one, the interesting Omori one. Figure out what that's all about. So here's the raid message. So for anyone who is lurking, if you stuck around for that 45-minute long chat session, first of all, thumbs up, high five to you. So here's our schedule. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. I should mention this upcoming week might be a little bit different. I did book an acting job on Tuesday, and I have not yet received a call time and probably won't until tomorrow. Unless the call time is really early in the morning, which it might be, I'm probably gonna have to cancel Tuesday's stream because the job is on Tuesday. And basically, if they book me for 12 hours, and if the call time is like before, 7 a.m., then I don't know. So we'll see about that. There was also something else this week that might have been a conflict with one of our streams, but I think I'll try and limit it to just one canceled. I'll post that on Discord on Monday. So check that out there. Also, is somebody posted the link tree? I'm assuming somebody did. If you're lurking, I'll post again just to be sure. Here's the link tree. It has a Discord invite link, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. My YouTube and TikTok are both doing really well right now. I'm very happy about that. Let's see, read some more. Nora said 3 minutes. Crystal says, yippee! And there's the schedule. Crystal says, breathe and hydrate, Logan. I'll hydrate after. Queegator said, live, Logan. Magpie says, grats, Logan. For the first time of the night, you caught up, and it was, checks notes, half an hour after you usually end. Because thanks for the grim, funny, evil stream. See y'all next time. See you Tuesday. And we've been in cosplay. Ruby, bye, everybody. Bye! Oh, bye, everybody. Enjoy the raid. I didn't even read all the messages. There were still a few more. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well.